budget. Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
95.1 and 1510 KMSD.
We built this city on rock and roll. We built this city. We built this city on rock and Say you don't know me, I recognize my face. Say you don't care to go to that kind of place. Deep in the hoopla, thinking in your fight. Too many miles away, eating up the night. Listen to the radio, you remember. We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. We built this city on rock and roll. We built this city on rock and roll. Someone always playing corporation games. Who cares? They're always changing. Corporation names. We just want to dance here. Someone stole the stage. They call us dear. You're comfortable. Right above the page. Listen to the radio, don't you remember? We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. We built this city on rock and roll. We built this city on rock and roll. It's just another Sunday in a tired old street. Running around the chokehold.
welcome to Groton, South Dakota. They affectionately call this the jungle here in Groton. A very good Saturday afternoon, everybody. Of course, this game, this doubleheader was supposed to be held on Thursday, and Mother Nature said, I don't think so, as she turned down the temperature. And we've got basketball here, though, this afternoon. Boys or girls, and then the boys. A couple of dandy varsity games should be in front of us here. I want to thank our sponsors again, including Dakota Country Ag Bean Pharmacy, Milbank Ford, Schmidt's Landing, Al's Body Shop, Street Graphics, 203 Realty, Border Lake Insurance, and Milbank ITC of Milbank Tobacco Coalition, Ortonville Area Health Services, as well as Pro Image Partners, Millstone Family Restaurant, Chiropractic in Motion, Johnson Family Dentistry, First Bank and Trust, and Milbank Lewis Family Drug, Haslam Construction, and Avera, Milbank Medical Center, Milbank Area Hospital, Avera. Well, you've got Milbank in at 8-1. They are currently number 2 in the Region 1A standings. They defeated Waubay Summit 57-42 on Tuesday night. Avery Schuneman with 17 points that night. Anna Negebauer with 14. Against Groton area, 7-4 on the season, number 3 in Region 1A. So a very important game for the region standings as well. Groton area defeated Teoshpazina last Thursday. This, ladies and gentlemen, is not a misprint. Groton area beat TZ last Thursday 71-3. Just let that sink in for a minute or two. 71-3. Taryn Trapphagen led the way that night with 15 points. Jerica Locke with 11, and Jaden Penning with 10. JV girls game goes to Milbank today, 39-29. And you have a little bit of a family gathering, I guess, if you will. Avery and Susie Schuneman, their uncle is head coach for Groton, Matt Locke. So they have cousins playing as well, do the Schuneman girls. So the Locks and Schunemans, and got a little bit of a family matters here on your Saturday afternoon in Groton. And again, we want to remind you, the Law on the Field this afternoon is brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. We'll be back with the starting lineups, the national anthem, and tip-off. Groton area against Milbank. It should be a dandy, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in 3 minutes on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
This year, Pioneer celebrates a century of innovation, from the first corn hybrid to the latest innovation like Vorseed and Less Corn, or Pioneer brand Z-Series soybeans. They're proud to be the one you count on when every bushel counts. Plant the 100th season of Pioneer. Contact Paul or Riley at Dakota Country Egg Service in Milbank today at 605-467-0715 or 605-949-4170 to learn more.
Milbank Ford isn't just a dealership. It's part of your journey. Whether you're cruising toward adventure or hauling hometown pride, they've got the ride to get you there. Stop in and explore their lineup of tough F-Series trucks, fuel-efficient SUVs, and family-ready crossovers, all backed by local service you can count on. The road starts in Milbank, but it could take you anywhere. Come and find your Ford today at Milbank Ford, where small-town trust meets big-time value.
Dreaming of a getaway? Escape to Schmidt's Landing on beautiful Big Stone Lake. Whether you're casting for walleyes, perch or bass, or just enjoying these stunning views, Schmidt's Landing has something for everyone. Relax in comfortable lakeside suites, or set up your camper or tent for a long weekend. How about spending this summer at your seasonal RV spot? There are also boat and pontoon rentals, plus a fully stocked C-store with bait and license. Discover a family adventure or a peaceful retreat at Schmidt's Landing. Visit schmidtslanding.com and like them on Facebook. Are you in need of collision repair? Look no further than Al's Body Shop. Their team of expert technicians has years of experience and are dedicated to getting your car or truck back on the road in no time. From minor dings to major body damage, they've got you covered. And with their state-of-the-art equipment, they can handle any make or model. Plus, they work with all insurance companies to make the process as easy as possible. Don't let an accident slow you down. Go see Al's Body Shop today. Al's Body Shop, Milbank. Quality collision repair you can trust. Bean Pharmacy is your hometown family-owned independent pharmacy, conveniently located within the Milbank Area Healthcare Campus. Bean Pharmacy is a full-service pharmacy specializing in fast, accurate, and friendly service. They also offer a full line of over-the-counter products such as vitamins, first aid, and diabetic supplies. Need your prescriptions mailed or delivered? Bean Pharmacy can do that too, and it's free. Don't forget about their convenient drive-thru for quality health care for the entire family. See Bean Pharmacy, located in the Milbank Area Healthcare Campus.
And welcome back into the pregame show. Well, now it's basically the pregame show is history. It's time for the national anthem. So we're going to turn it over now to our public address announcer, and we're going to have our national anthem here in Groton. So just we'll keep it right here.
Tonight's national anthem will be performed by Groton Area High School freshman Aspen Beadle.
Rendition there of our national anthem in advance of Milbank and Groton area. So let's meet the starting lineups. First of all, for your Milbank Lady Bulldogs, at one guard, a 5'6" sophomore, number 30, Avery Schoeneman. Another guard, a 5'6" sophomore, number 4, Addison Pauley. Another guard, a 5'4" 8th grader, number 3, Susie Schoeneman. A 5'10" sophomore, number 22, a forward, Belle Pauley. In the center, 6' senior, number 42, Anna Negebauer. Milbank 8-1, coached by first-year head coach Tony Howard. He's assisted by Kendra Junzo, Eric Townsend, and Mandy Snaza. Now for the Groton area Tigers, in at 7-4 on the season. They'll go with a guard, 5'5" senior, number 11, Jerica Locke. Another guard, a 5'5" junior, number 4, McKenna Teets. Another guard, a 6' junior, number 21, Taryn Trapphagen. At forward, 5'7" senior, number 15, Jaden Penning. And a 5'10" senior, number 25, a forward, Riley Dunker. Groton area coached by Matt Locke. He's assisted by Trent Trapphagen and Justin Hansen. Taryn Trapphagen is Groton area's leading scorer this year with a 9.7 point per game average. Riley Dunker is the leading rebounder with 7.3 rebounds a game. And McKenna Teets shoots 70% from the free throw line. So those are just a few stats here for the Groton area Lady Tigers. Now they are getting introduced here officially to the crowd. Again, the boys game will follow. Glad to be along with you here on your Saturday afternoon. Classic Hits 95.1 KMSD FM, 1510 AM KMSD, Milbank, South Dakota, and streaming audio and video, BigStoneRadio.com. as well as our YouTube page. I think we've got it all covered. Table is set. Food is on the table. We are ready to go. Some girls basketball action here from Groton, South Dakota. And it again should be a dandy. The number 2 team in the region right now, Milbank, in at 8-1. The number 3 Region 1A team right now, Groton area, in at 7-4. So, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Milbank will travel left to right as we look at the Groton gym here on your Saturday afternoon. Groton area will go right to left. Taryn Traphagen, and Anna Negebauer in the jump circle now for Milbank. And we are ready to get this girls basketball game going. Tip is controlled by the Groton area Tigers and Penning. Jaden Penning now to Locke. Left wing back top of the key to Locke. Back left wing now to Teets. Cross court to Traphagen. Traphagen puts the ball on the floor to Locke at the top of the key. Now Locke picks up her dribble. They kick it back. Traphagen lines up for 3. That's short. A rebound to Addison Pauley. And Avery Schoeneman with it now for Milbank. To Susie. Cousin guarding cousin, by the way. Jerica Locke against Susie Schoeneman. Avery puts it on the deck. Wraparound pass to Belle Pauley. Taken away by Groton area. Up ahead go the Tigers, and they like to push matters. And there's going to be a traveling violation called on Riley Dunker. We heard Coach Howard this morning on Coach's Corner with Jeff Carino, and he said they like to push matters, and they showed it right there. Negebauer with it now for Milbank. They're getting trapped in the backcourt. Gets it to Addison Pauley. Milbank is going to have to get across the time stripe, and that's going to be a 10-second violation on Milbank. So turnover number 2 now on the Lady Bulldogs. So no score. Lewis Family Drug scoreboard here in the early going. Jerica Locke gets it on the inbounds now. Back to Teets. Back to Locke. There's a 3-ball put up and in. Taryn Traphagen. Also looking at Coach Locke's stats, Traphagen does fire up a lot of threes over the course of the season. And she put one up there, 3-0. Groton area, Milbank misses, Negebauer misses, and kick back to Addison Pauley for 3. That's no good. Rebound, that's going to be a tied up ball, and that will go to Groton. So Groton area leading here 3-0. Lewis Family Drug scoreboard. Actually, it's going to be Milbank's ball. One of the officials pointed toward Groton, but it will stay right with Milbank. Pauley into Susie Schoeneman. Nice baseline move. Wraparound pass. Belle Pauley off the glass for 2. And here come the Tigers now. Locke. Left wing to Teets. Back to Locke. Top of the key. Locke goes into the lane. Spins from about the free throw line. Jerica Locke gets it to drop. So it's 5-2 now, Groton area. Susie Schoeneman with it now for Milbank. Susie, again, going against her older cousin here on defense and offense. Avery Schoeneman gets it now for Milbank. On the baseline to Susie, in the block to Anna Negebauer. She turns from 5 feet away, hook shot. Anna Negebauer gets it to go. 5-4 now, Milbank is trailing. Teets with it now. They get it back. Locke. Head on. Top of the key 3. That's no good. Rebound to Teets, and they recycle the offense. Now they get it in the paint. And that's up and off the glass by Riley Dunker. So it is now 7-4. And here comes Susie Schoeneman now. Touch pass into Belle Pauley, and then there's going to be a foul on one of the Tigers. And that is going to be on Jerica Locke. That's her first personal foul. Milbank gets it in on the block to Bell, throws it up off the glass too hard. Rebound taken out of there by Jaden Penning. Up ahead to Jerica Locke now for the Tigers, and there's going to be a turnover, a steal by Susie Schoenemann. Susie comes running front court now, gets it to Anna Negebauer. Negebauer way out on top of the key now, hands it off to Avery Schoenemann. Avery attacks the rim. There's a baseline three put up. Addison Pauly will not go, and that rebound is to Dunker. She gets it up ahead to Locke. Trapphagen fakes the three, does not take it, however. There they try to throw it underneath, and that's going to be off way over the shot on the pass. So turnover for Groton area. That is their third. And Avery Schoenemann now will throw the ball in. Referee Dave Plantine says, come over to this part of the baseline, Avery. So she does. Avery Schoenemann now to Bell Pauly. Full court pressure by the Tigers. Broken fairly easily by Milbank up ahead. Addison Pauly now up ahead to Bell Pauly. Nice up and in off the glass for two. Nice ball movement that time, and that right there is the way to break the press, ladies and gentlemen. 7-6 now. Milbank trails by 1. Jerica Locke, top of the key. She'll stop and shoot from about 10 feet away. No good. Bell Pauly with the rebound to Susie Schoenemann. Up ahead to Avery. Avery Schoenemann now. Bell Pauly back to Avery. To Addison, down low to Bell. Turn off the glass. Up and in for two goes Bell Pauly. That is tough to stop. As cross court it goes. Trapphagen, long three. That's an air ball. It's going to hit off a Dunker's foot right to Susie Schoenemann. Susie now pushing matters to Avery across the time stripe. To Addison, to Bell now, to Avery on the baseline. Avery picks up her dribble, gets it to Bell Pauly. Bell maneuvers all the way around the lane, throws it up no good, but then Bell's going to be fouled. So Bell Pauly will go to the free throw line for a pair of free throws. Didn't know right away if the official was going to call that. It was kind of a delayed whistle, but he did call the foul on Riley Dunker. That's her first, but Bell was in the act of shooting. So Bell Pauly with 6 first quarter points. We'll try to make it 7 and 8 right here. Bell clunks that one off the front iron, but it goes in. Bree Townsend in now for Milbank. As Addison Pauly goes to the bench. 9-7. Milbank leads. Make that 10-7. And here come the Tigers now with Locke. Right wing to Teets. They try to get it underneath to Dunker, and she's double teamed. She's in a world of hurt down there. Locke, 16-foot baseline. Jerica Locke drops it. Jerica with 4. 10-9 now. Milbank is leading, and they have the ball with 2:39 left in the opening quarter. Avery Schoenemann left wing now for Milbank to Townsend, top of the key, back to Avery. Avery puts the ball on the floor to Bree. They go to the left baseline now, dribbling up to the left elbow is Negebauer. Then there's going to be a foul, a whistle away from the ball, and that is going to be foul number 2 on Jaden Penning. It should be her first. And it is number 1 on Jaden Penning, 5'7" senior. Third team foul the first quarter here. Avery on the baseline, fakes the 3, doesn't take it. Kind of a fadeaway jumper from 10, that's no good. Bell Pauly runs down the rebound and gets it to Susie, and then there's going to be a major big-time collision. I thought we're on the football field there for a minute as their bodies were flying all over the place across the court, and that is going to be a foul. That is called on Susie Schoenemann. That's her first. Bell Pauly goes to the bench now for Milbank. 10-9. Milbank is leading here with 2:09 left in the first quarter. Jerica Locke now picks up the dribble to Traphagen. Back to Locke on the right wing. Locke puts the ball high above the head to Teets. Locke will line up for three. Jerica no. Rebound to Negebauer to Susie Schoenemann. Susie up ahead now for Milbank to Avery. Avery Schoenemann with it now for the Lady Bulldogs. Holly Addison left wing, Bree Townsend top of the key. Left wing Susie puts the ball on the deck to Avery. She'll unload for three at the top of the key. That's short. Rebound just watched go out of bounds by Jerica Locke. So the Tigers with the ball now trailing 10-9 with 1:25 left here in the first quarter. That's Teets now on the left wing. Top of the key, Locke back to Teets on the left wing. They get it on the baseline now to back at the top of the key. It goes to Traphagen now on the right wing. Underneath to Dunker. Locke. Top of the key, Locke puts it on the deck. Into Penning, and then she's going to fade away from 10. That's no good. Rebound to Susie Schoenemann for Milbank. 53 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Susie Schoenemann now to Avery on the right wing. Avery puts the ball on the floor. Spin move. Throws up the shot. That's too strong. Rebound to Jerica Locke. Up ahead to Traphagen. Now back to Locke. They get it to Penning, 12-foot jumper, that's no good. Rebound Milbank. Shot clock off here in the first quarter. Milbank is leading, and they will probably end the quarter with the ball here as Avery Schoenemann up top of the key now to Bree Townsend. Back to Avery on the right wing to Susie. She'll fire for three. That's an air ball. Rebound by Bree Townsend on the other side to Negebauer in the paint. Anna throws it up off the window, and she connects. 4, 3, 2, 1. Jerica Locke counts if it goes. It does not count. One quarter in the books. Milbank 12. Groton Area 9. We'll be back with more girls hoops in 1 minute on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Here's where the good ideas come from. Street Graphics, Main Street, Milbank, working with local schools to provide ideas and solutions for fundraising. They can customize a design just for you. T-shirts, trophies, banners, buttons, contract printing, they do it all. They work in quantities from 1 to 5,000. Printing and promotions, they print on anything but paper. See them at streetgraphics.com. That's graphics with an EX. Main Street, Milbank, South Dakota, streetgraphics.com.
At 203 Realty in Milbank, a huge part of their formula for success is their agent team. One of those agents is Brandon Perry. Brandon is a Wilmot native, Northern State grad, and has resided in Milbank for over 22 years. Brandon joined the real estate world after 25 years of service in the National Guard. Brandon's attention to detail, patience, commitment to his customers, and willingness to put in the extra hours is what sets him apart.
Hi, this is Brandon Perry with 203 Realty. Contact us today by visiting 203-realty.com. At 203 Realty, your address is more than just a number.
Groton area will start quarter number 2 with the basketball, trailing by 3, 12-9 on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard. Jerica Locke now to Teets. Teets dribbles all the way to the left elbow, back to Locke now, top of the key. Jerica will fire the ball. That's no good. Rebound to Teets, to Traphagen. Traphagen maneuvers in the lane, throws up kind of a wild shot. No good. Rebound Negebauer. And here comes Susie Schoenemann with the basketball now for Milbank. Susie puts the ball on the deck all the way to Negebauer. She'll jump from 12 feet on the baseline. That's no good. Rebound to Dunker. And here come the Tigers now. Traphagen on the left wing, top of the key. They work the right wing now. It's into the paint to Penning. There's a 3-ball put up and in by Teets. McKenna Teets drops it. So we're tied at 12 now with 7:11 left in the second quarter. Susie Schoeneman now to Addison Pauley, top of the key, Negebauer, Avery Schoeneman for Milbank, left wing, Addison Pauley. Pauley across court now to Susie, to Negebauer, to Avery on the left wing. Avery dribbles to the free throw line. Susie will let it fly for three. That's no good. Rebound Negebauer, and she puts it up and in for two on the putback. Hitting the floor kind of hard that time was Riley Dunker. I think she wanted the foul, but nary a whistle to be heard that time. Anna with the putback, 14-12. Excuse me. 14-12, Milbank is leading. There's a Penning shot from just inside the free throw line that finds the bottom of the basket. Jaden Penning. We're tied at 14. Milbank wants to push matters. Here's Avery Schoeneman, just about gets her pocket picked. Back to Susie now, back to Avery. She'll let it fly for three. That's no good. Rebound to Dunker, to Locke. Jerica Locke with the basketball now for Groton area. Sorry about that. They work it now. There's a nice pass underneath to Dunker. She blows the bunny though. Dunker was wide open that time. A little good defense, kind of a recovery defense, I should say, by Belle Pauley that time. Kind of bothered that shot. In now is Tally Wright as well as Sydney Locke. So you've got the Schoeneman sisters out there for Milbank and the Locke sisters out there for Groton. You've got cousins right there, all four of them. As Avery now to Susie, top of the key, left wing back to Avery. Avery Schoeneman, top of the key now to Pauley. To Avery, to Susie on the left wing. In deep to Negebauer. They work it, trying to look that extra pass. Belle Pauley puts it on the deck, gets cut off at the baseline. Back to Addison, to Avery, to Susie. 8 on the shot clock. Avery will let it fly for three. That's no good. Rebound to Penning. And here come the Tigers now on the attack. Penning, nice move to the rim. Penning from about 10 feet away. Jaden Penning drops it in. She's got 4. So now it's 16-14 Groton area as Avery crosses the time stripe now. Left wing to Pauley. That's Addison Pauley. Avery Schoeneman now gets cut off. Back to Negebauer. Back to Susie. Susie will fire for three and connect. Susie Schoeneman drops it in. Her first three tonight. And there's another shot up and in by Penning. That looks like that's Jaden Penning's shot from about 12 feet away, just inside the free throw line. Timeout Milbank. And we'll take one as well. 18-17 Groton area. Back with more girls hoops in 30 seconds on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Border Lake Insurance in Milbank and Ortonville is your locally owned independent insurance agency. As an independent insurance agency, Terry Holquist and staff at Border Lake Insurance have access to multiple companies that offer home, farm, auto, commercial, life, and health products. Border Lake Insurance has 2 convenient locations. Stop by or call their Main Street office in Milbank at 605-432-5884. Or in Ortonville, call 320-839-6145. Located in Grand Marais State Bank, formerly the Sen Bank Building. Border Lake Insurance. Insurance agents you can count on.
And welcome back into the Groton Gymnasium here on a Saturday afternoon, Saturday matinee basketball, if you will. Susie to Avery Schoeneman now for Milbank on the left wing. They try to get it underneath to Anna Negebauer, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Milbank. So turnover number 3 now on the Lady Bulldogs. And here comes Jerica Locke now with the basketball for Groton area. Sydney Locke back to Jerica, running floater from 10. That does not go. Rebound Belle Pauley to Susie Schoeneman. 18-17, Groton area on top. Addison Pauley now with the basketball to Susie Schoeneman. Susie puts it on the deck and is going to let it roll, and that's going to go off of her cousin Jerica Locke. So Addison Pauley now will trigger in far court, right across from us here. Addison looking, gets it to Susie Schoeneman. Susie now to Avery. Avery Schoeneman gets the ball poked away to Addison Pauley. They work it now. Baseline 3. That's Addison Pauley. That's no good. Rebound to the Tigers. Jerica Locke with it now for Groton area, and there's going to be a timeout called by Coach Matlock, and we'll take one as well. 3:38 left in the second. 18-17 Groton area, back with more girls hoops in 30 seconds on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Ready for fiber-fast internet and friendly service? Experience unbeatable speed and local support with ITC, your community-connected cooperative. When you call ITC, you're talking to a real person, a neighbor, not a robot. We take pride in offering same-day or next-day support when you need it, and our support doesn't stop there. With investment initiatives like ITC Impact, we're giving back to the communities that make us great. Faster internet and friendlier service are in reach with ITC. Get started today.
And we are back, and again what they call the jungle here in Groton at Groton High School, as we've got some Saturday afternoon basketball here for you. Glad to be along. Jerica Locke now off the timeout is going to throw the ball in. Groton area leading here 18-17. Jerica, nice pass in, but that's going to be partially blocked. But that pass went into Riley Dunker, and getting too much of the wrist that time was Anna Negebauer, I believe. That is Anna's first personal foul. But that will send Riley Dunker to the free throw line. Free throw is up, and that is good. So 19-17 now. Groton area is leading here by 2 with 3:36 left here in the second quarter. Dunker's second free throw. That is no good. Rebound Bell Pauley. And they get it now to Susie Schoeneman to Avery. Avery crosses the time stripe now for Milbank. Susie stops at the top of the key, directs traffic, goes off to her left to Addison Pauley, and then there's going to be a whistle away from the ball. A foul on one of the Lady Bulldogs. We'll catch up and see who it is on. That's on Addison Pauley, evidently. That's her first. Second team foul on Milbank here in quarter number 2. Trapphagen will take the ball across the time stripe now to Jerica Locke. Jerica left wing. Way cross court it goes. Step back 3 by Tietz, but she traveled first. In taking that step back, she traveled in the meantime. So turnover number 4 on the Lady Tigers. 19-17, offensive explosion, not so much. Here in the first half anyway. Avery Schoeneman with the basketball now. Avery crossing the time stripe to Susie, back to Avery. Nice move to the rim. Avery doesn't finish though, and there's going to be a scrum under the basket for the basketball. Bell Pauley and one of the Lady Tigers, and I think there's going to be a foul on that one. That is on Bell Pauley. That's her first. Third team foul on Milbank here in the second quarter. So Groton area throws the ball in now. 19-17, the Tigers with the ball and the lead. Tietz top of the key to Locke. Left wing Trapphagen. Trapphagen back to Locke at the top of the key. Right wing to Tietz. They work it in. Nice pass into Penning, except it gets knocked out of bounds on the way to Penning that time. Or Dunker, excuse me. That was from Penning. Anyway, Milbank knocks it out of bounds with 2:37 left here in the second quarter. Jerica Locke into Tietz on the baseline, and there's going to be a shot blocked. Trapphagen, long 3, top of the key. That's no good, and that hits the straps that are overhanging, and that is out of bounds. As Milbank's bench just about came unglued that time, the referee did not blow the whistle right away, and anytime it hits that part of the basket, of course, that's out of bounds in this case as well. Full court press now by the Tigers. Avery Schoeneman with it now for Milbank. Bell Pauley to Addison Pauley, back to Bell. Susie will unload for 3 on the baseline. That's no good. Rebound, and there is going to be some fouling action on one of the Lady Bulldogs. And that's going to be called on Anna Negebauer. That is her second personal foul. We've been stuck on 19-17 here for a minute and a half, or almost 2 minutes, I believe. The Tigers with the lead and the ball. Jerica Locke, left wing, top of the key, Trapphagen. Right wing now to Tietz, cross court to Locke. Jerica does not take the 3. They get it back. Now Jerica will take the 3, and she connects. Jerica Locke, she's got 7 now, and it's 22-17 with a minute 42 left here in the second quarter. There's the ball underneath to Bell Pauley. Nice move underneath the rim that time by Bell. She kisses it off the window for 2. Bell now with 10 points. And they work it now to Tietz, Locke, top of the key, right wing Trapphagen, Locke back at the top of the key. 22-19, the Tigers in front. Locke with it now, top of the key, nobody on her, so she fires from long range. That's no good. Rebound gathered in by Bell Pauley to Susie Schoenemann. Milbank wants to push. Here's Avery now. Avery all the way to the basket. That's no good, but then Avery's going to be fouled, so Avery Schoenemann will go to the line for 2 shots. And we'll see who that foul is on.
First team foul.
That's on Trapphagen. That's her first. So Avery Schoenemann at the free throw line now for Milbank. Her first appearance there tonight. Free throw is in. So it's 22-20 now. Bree Townsend in for Anna Negebauer for Milbank. 1:01, 61 seconds left here in quarter number 2. Avery Schoenemann now lines up the second free throw. It's on the way. That is in as well for the sophomore. So it's 22-21, now 60 seconds left here in the second quarter. 203 Realty halftime show coming up shortly here. There's that same shot by Penning just inside the free throw line, but she cannot get it to go that time. Avery Schoenemann pushes matters, and then she's going to be fouled. That is Groton area's second team foul of the second quarter. And that's on Penning. That's Jaden's second personal foul. Tally Wright back in now for the Tigers, and Penning will go to the bench. So Addison Pauley now with the basketball, going to throw it in, looking. She needs help, gets it into Bell Pauley. Bell, spin move, up and in for 2. That is tough to stop. Bell Pauley now with 12 points for Milbank. We're 23-22. Milbank is back in front now with 30 seconds left in the second quarter. 24 on the shot clock. Trapphagen puts the ball on the floor, gallops a couple times, misses everything. Rebound to Townsend to Avery Schoenemann. Avery now to Susie Schoenemann, top of the key, back left wing to Avery. They try to get it in closer, and that's going to be taken away by the Tigers. And there's going to be a shot by Wright. And Tally Wright drops it in, and that pretty much ends the first half, as that's been a pretty good, close first half, I would say. You're at half. Groton area 24, Milbank 23. We'll be back with the 203 Realty halftime show coming up here in 3 minutes on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Quitting tobacco doesn't just add more years to your life. It can add more good years. Quitting could mean more good years chasing your grandkids around the backyard rather than years of catching your breath in the background. Quitting could mean more good years traveling our breathtaking world rather than getting saddled with health problems like lung disease. Quitting means playing an active part in your life rather than just letting it pass you by. Don't miss out on life's big moments. Get your life on track and live more good years. Call 1-866-SD-QUITS to get started. Paid for by the South Dakota Department of Health.
And the Milbank
Milbank Tobacco Coalition. Ortonville Area Health Services encourages you to get your flu vaccination this year. Flu shots are available at Northside Medical Clinic in Ortonville and at the Clinton Clinic during regular clinic hours. In addition to flu shots, OAHS also offers a wide range of preventative vaccinations, including flu, COVID, RSV, and pneumonia. Protect yourself and those around you. Give everyone a fighting chance against the flu this season. Call OAHS 320-839-6157 and schedule your flu shot today. Walk-ins are always welcome.
Pro Image Partners. Pro Image Partners. So many reasons why you can turn to us. We'll help you show your pride. You want the best for work or play. We're your one-stop image shop. We'll help you show your pride. ProImagePartners.com.
The Millstone Family Restaurant is turning up the temp with their new Too Hot to Handle menu. Your challenge? Should you choose to accept it, the spicy chicken sandwich with crispy, deep-fried chicken, guaranteed to make your mouth water and your brow sweat. The spicy pulled pork sandwich features smoked pulled pork and enough spice to make you call your mama. And for you seafood lovers, the Firehouse Shrimp Wrap with crispy shrimp tossed in their special spicy sauce, all wrapped up and ready to go. The Too Hot to Handle menu at the Millstone Family Restaurant in Milbank.
You don't have to live with aches and pains. See Dr. Matt at Chiropractic in Motion. With a minor adjustment, headaches, numbness, and pain can be relieved. Dr. Matt is the type of chiropractor that helps his patients by correcting the problem with as few visits as possible. Chiropractic in Motion looks forward to seeing their customers outside of the office, enjoying their lifestyle with a smile. The next time you have aches and pains, count on the helping hands of Dr. Matt. He's there when you need him. Chiropractic in Motion Sports Injury and Family Wellness Center, Highway 12, Milbank. Johnson Family Dentistry wants to remind you of the steps to a bright and healthy smile for life. Remember to brush your teeth 3 times each day. Use mouthwash after brushing, and floss your teeth each day. Visit Johnson Family Dentistry twice a year for regular cleaning and checkups. And be sure and change your toothbrush every 3 months. Dr. Johnson and Dr. Holmquist are now accepting new patients. Call Johnson Family Dentistry in Milbank. More information at milbankdentist.com.
And welcome back to Groton High School. You're in tune to the 203 Realty Halftime Show. 203 Realty is proud to support the Milbank Bulldogs. Buyers and sellers, visit 203realty.com for all of your real estate needs. Well, a very tightly played first half here, as we kind of expected. It's Groton area 24, Milbank 23 here at halftime intermission. After one quarter tonight, it was 12-9. Milbank had the 3-point lead, and then Groton area outscores them 15-11 in that quarter number 2 to take a 1-point lead, 24-23 at halftime intermission. For the visitors tonight, Milbank Lady Bulldogs, Belle Pauley, a nice first half. Belle with 12 points. So far for Milbank, Anna Negebauer next in line with 6. Susie Schoenemann with 3. Avery Schoenemann with 2. And that's Milbank's total of 23 points. Milbank 4 of 4 from the free throw line here this evening. Groton area, meanwhile, they were led by Jerica Locke. She has 7 points here at halftime intermission. Jaden Penning next in line with 6. McKenna Teets, Taryn Traphagen, Riley Dunker, all with 3 apiece. Tally Wright with 2. And Groton area 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Milbank and Groton area both with 4 turnovers here tonight. Of course, don't forget the boys game will follow here in the doubleheader, so just don't go anywhere here on your Saturday, and if you must, take us along. JV girls game tonight went to Milbank 39-29. We should tell you you're in tune to Classic Hits 95.1 KMSD FM, 1510 AM, KMSD Milbank, South Dakota. and streaming audio and video, BigStoneRadio.com, as well as our YouTube page. And thanks to all the listeners and all the subscribers and everybody involved. Doug back at the studios tonight, of course, as well, here on your Saturday afternoon, which will, of course, turn into Saturday evening. All right, you're in tune to the 203 Realty Halftime Show. We will wrap up the 203 Realty Halftime Show coming up here in 3 minutes on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump. To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun. Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com. Member FDIC.
Lewis Family Drug is your one-stop location. In addition to quality prescription and non-prescription drugs with free delivery, Lewis has a huge selection of everyday basics and name brands and specialty items, always at affordable prices. They carry seasonal items, fabrics, crafts, and groceries. Shopping at your local Lewis Drug is more simple and more rewarding than ever. Download the Lewis mobile app to add on-the-go convenience to your errands. Lewis Family Drug. Everyday savings close to home.
Haslam Construction in Ortonville, Minnesota is known for their quality work. Additions to the Valley Queen Cheese Factory and First Bank & Trust, St. Lawrence School, Milbank Elementary, Ortonville Area Health Services, and the Big Stone County Highway Department Garage, and so many other projects over the years. They are known for their quality work and professionalism on the job. That's what makes Haslam Construction the contractor you want for your building projects. Go with the people you trust. Haslam Construction, Ortonville, Minnesota.
From the first wails of surprise to first day of school questions, playground adventures, learning to drive stress, and graduation cheers, they'll always be your little sunshine. At Avera Children's, we get kids, teens, and parents too. We'll step you through first checkups, milestones, sickness, and specialized care when your child needs it, and treat them like our own every step of the way. Learn more at avera.org/children's.
This year, Pioneer celebrates a century of innovation. From the first corn hybrid to the latest innovation like Vorseed and Less Corn, or Pioneer brand Z-Series soybeans. They're proud to be the one you count on when every bushel counts. Plant the 100th season of Pioneer. Contact Paul or Riley at Dakota Country Egg Service in Milbank today at 605-467-0715 or 605-949-4170 to learn more.
Milbank Ford isn't just a dealership. It's part of your journey. Whether you're cruising toward adventure or hauling hometown pride, they've got the ride to get you there. Stop in and explore their lineup of tough F-Series trucks, fuel-efficient SUVs, and family-ready crossovers, all backed by local service you can count on. The road starts in Milbank, but it could take you anywhere. Come and find your Ford today at Milbank Ford, where small-town trust meets big-time value.
And we are getting ready here for third quarter action. That's going to do it for the 203 Realty Halftime Show. Again, 203 Realty is proud to support the Milbank Bulldogs buyers and sellers. Visit 203realty.com for all of your real estate needs. Again, the boys' game to follow here, so stay tuned on your Saturday, which then will be Saturday evening. Technically, I think it's still Saturday afternoon, unless you say 5 o'clock is evening anyway. Again, thanks to all of our sponsors for bringing you these broadcasts all season long. Our next broadcasting will be on Thursday night. We will take the short trip down to Clear Lake and bring you a doubleheader with the dual Cardinals boys and girls against our Milbank boys and girls. Again, you know the drill, about 6:15, 6:30 for the girls varsity, about 7:30 core date, I suppose, for the boys varsity on Thursday, excuse me. And that's what's coming up broadcast-wise. The next Saturday will be, I believe, in Madison. The boys will have the DAC 12 NEC Classic Again, we don't know when they're going to play or whom they're going to play at this point. That'll come out, I believe, tomorrow. Of course, Jeff Greeno will tell you on Monday, I'm sure, obviously, who they play and when. And we will be there. And the girls, I think, also picked up a game next Saturday down in Madison. I believe I heard Coach Howard say against Gayville Vollen, I believe, next Saturday down at the college gym, Dakota State's down in Madison. Anyway, second half underway now as Jerica Locke for the Tigers gets it to Teets. They work the baseline now to Dunker. Locke gets it underneath to Dunker. Dunker dribbles out to the wing, picks up her dribble. There's a 3-ball by Jaden Penning, in and out, and then it goes back in. Jaden Penning, definitely the hometown kind roll that time, as she has 9. 27-23 now, the Tigers in front. As they get it now low to Belle Pauley. Bell spins from 10 feet away. That's no good. Bell gets her own rebound. Kicks it out to Addison for 3. Addison, that is no good. Off the left part of the iron. Trapphagen now with the board for the Tigers. Trapphagen now over on the baseline to Teets. Top of the key, Jerica Locke catches. Dribbles off to the right side. Now top of the key to Teets. They work the baseline now to Trapphagen. And Teets now, there's a right elbow jumper by Penning. That's no good. Penning with her own rebound, though. Jaden Penning up and in for 2. She's in doubles now with 11, 29-23. The Tigers by 6. There's Addison now for a baseline 3 this time, and Addison drops it. Addison's first points here tonight. They're big 3 right there. 29-26 chops the lead in half now. Tigers by 3. Locke now to Trapphagen on the left wing. Top of the key, Locke to Trapphagen. Long 3 by Taryn. That's no good. Rebound to Negebauer to Avery Schoeneman. Now Avery running up front court to Susie. Back to Avery now, left wing. They try to get it underneath to Pauley. Nothing there. They get it now underneath Belle Pauley. That's too easy. Up and in for 2 goes Bell. She's got 14. 29-28 now. Milbank on a mini 5-0 run here to close the gap to 1. As they work the right baseline now and right wing, it goes. Locke now running floater, puts it up. That's no good, but Jerica will go to the free throw line for a couple of free throws. Jerica kind of got down inside, down low that time in the land of the trees, and she did what she wanted. She drew the foul. And that's going to be foul number 3 on Anna Negebauer. So that's huge for the Lady Bulldogs right now. Jerica Locke, free throw, in and out, no good. And Bree Townsend now will have to come in for Anna Negebauer. She'll sit down for a while with her 3 personal fouls. Meanwhile, Jerica Locke is going to try to put her team in front by 2 points now. 29-28. Locke's free throw, that is good. So it is 29, actually it's tied now, 30-28. Yep, that's what I thought. Anyway, Avery Schoeneman now to Townsend, to Avery. Gets it underneath to Belle Pauley, but goes to Addison. Jump shot from 16 on the baseline. Addison drops it. And there's going to be a timeout, and we'll take one as well. 5:23 left in the third. We're tied at 30. Back with more girls hoops in 30 seconds on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Dreaming of a getaway? Escape to Schmidt's Landing on beautiful Big Stone Lake. Whether you're casting for walleyes, perch or bass, or just enjoying the stunning views, Schmidt's Landing has something for everyone. Relax in comfortable lakeside suites, or set up your camper or tent for a long weekend. How about spending this summer at your seasonal RV spot? There are also boat and pontoon rentals, plus a fully stocked C-store with bait and license. Discover a family adventure or a peaceful retreat at Schmidt's Landing. Visit schmidtslanding.com and like them on Facebook.
Again, the boys' game and the doubleheader here will follow. So a lot of basketball left here on your Saturday evening. As the Tigers get the ball in now. We're tied at 30 here on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard. Jerica Locke with the basketball now, being guarded by cousin Susie Schoeneman. They get it now to Teets at the right elbow. There is Penning. She throws up a shot, partially blocked. No good. Rebound pulled out of there by Kella Tracy. Head on top of the key three. That's no good by Teets. And then there's going to be a foul on the rebound, and I believe that'll be on, well, that might be on one of the Lady Bulldogs. No, that's Penning's third foul, so that's huge for Groton area, as Penning now will have to sit down. Jaden Penning has 5 points here in the second half, and now she's going to sit with 3 personal fouls. So we'll see if Milbank can maybe grab a little advantage here, possibly. Left wing, Addison Pauley. She'll fire for 3 and drop it in. Addison Pauley dropping the threes like they're hot. She's got 8 points, 2 threes here in the third quarter. 33-30, Milbank by 3 now. Locke, top of the key to Teets. Locke, right wing, puts it on the floor. Locke all the way to the baseline, gets cut off, double teamed, and she's going to wisely throw it off. Well, actually, Coach Locke is going to call a timeout and preserve the possession. So we will take a timeout as well. 33-30 Milbank, back with more girls hoops in 30 seconds on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Are you in need of collision repair? Look no further than Al's Body Shop. Their team of expert technicians has years of experience and are dedicated to getting your car or truck back on the road in no time. From minor dings to major body damage, they've got you covered. And with their state-of-the-art equipment, they can handle any make or model. Plus, they work with all insurance companies to make the process as easy as possible. Don't let an accident slow you down. Go see Al's Body Shop today. Al's Body Shop, Milbank. Quality collision repair you can trust.
And welcome back to Groton High School, Groton, South Dakota. 4:30 left here in the third, 11 on the shot clock. Locke into Teets, baseline 3 for Teets. That's an air ball. Rebound Avery Shuneman. Avery wants to push matters. Susie up ahead. Susie up and off the glass for 2. That's the way you run the fast break. Shuneman to Shuneman, and guess what? Basket by Shuneman. Susie, in this case, it's 35-30 now. Milbank, there's 3 by Locke. That's in and out, no good. Rebound, Bree Townsend. Nice box out position that time by Bree. Gets it to Avery now. Avery Shuneman running front court to Addison Pauley. Townsend, top of the key now. Avery Shuneman to Townsend to Susie on the left wing. Nice move, Susie. She'll jump from 10 feet away. That just about goes in for Susie, but does not stick. Jerica Locke with the ball now up to Teets. Teets, a clear path to the basket. Belle Pauley initially gets in the way, and I think Bell is going to be called for the foul as Teets was on her way to the rim that time, and Bell said not quite so fast, but Bell picks up foul number 2 in the process, and that will send McKenna Teets to the line. Teets, through 10 games this year, 70% free throw shooter. She misses that one, though. She's their leading free throw shooter individually for the with the number of attempts anyway. There's a girl on the roster with a 4 for 4, which is 100% obviously, but Teets' second free throw, that rattles in. So 35-31 now. Milbank is leading here as Riley Dunker back in now for the Tigers. Avery Shuneman now underneath to Belle Pauley, and then there's going to be a double dribble. Turnover number 5 on Milbank. Anna Negebauer back in now for Milbank, replacing Belle Pauley. Anna with 3 personal fouls. Jaden Penning back in, and out for Groton area is Kella Tracy. So here is Locke with the basketball now. Sydney Locke, she'll fire for 3, that's short. And rebound is not going to be gotten by the Tigers. It's going to go out of bounds. So Milbank will trigger in now, leading by 4, 35-31, 3:10 left here in the third quarter. Avery Schoeneman crosses the time stripe now for the Lady Bulldogs. Top of the key, Bree Townsend. Left wing, Addison Pauley. Underneath to Negebauer. She spins from 5 feet away, kisses it off the window, and does get it to drop. Anna with 8 now for Milbank. 37-31. And nice pass, ball movement. Locke gets cut off, though. Jerica back now to Sydney. Locke, baseline 3. That's no good. Rebound Townsend. To Susie Schoeneman now. Susie is going to take the ball over to Addison Pauley now. Top of the key, Avery. Avery puts the ball on the deck, throws it up. No, but Avery's going to be traveling first. So turnover number 6 now on Milbank. One too many gallops that time by Avery, if you will. So here come the Tigers now with Jerica Locke. The Locke sisters are out there now, Jerica, and they get it underneath to Traphagen, back to Jerica, top of the key, Sydney. Locke to Locke. Jerica will fire for 3. That's no good. Rebound, Sydney Locke. And she gets it, and they try to get it to Penning, and she's going to hit the deck, and Penning will be fouled. That's on Susie Schoeneman. That is Susie's second personal foul. Belle Pauley back in now for Anna Negebauer for Milbank. So they get the ball in, short range, up and in for 2 goes Penning. And here comes Addison Pauley now. Avery Schoeneman, 37-33. Milbank with the ball and the 4-point lead on the Lewis family drug scoreboard. Bree Townsend now to Belle Pauley. Belle puts it on the deck, throws it up, and they're begging for a foul. And there is going to be a foul as Belle was double and triple teamed actually that time, and arms flying all over the place. And that foul is number 2 on Taryn Traphagen. Belle Pauley's first free throw is no good. So Belle 2 for 3 from the line here tonight. Sydney Locke comes out now for the Tigers. Belle Pauley's second free throw. That is no good either. Rebound by Penning. And the Tigers and Jerica Locke are pushing matters. They get it on top of the key now to Penning. Penning will line up for 3. That's no good. That's short. Rebound run down by Susie Schoeneman with 1:21 left here in the third quarter. And Susie Schoeneman now to Avery Schoeneman. Avery with the basketball. Avery stops at the left elbow, kicks it back to Addison Pauley. Bell will unload for 3. Belle Pauley rings the bell for 3 that time. Bell has been moving out on the perimeter a little bit more. We have noticed, obviously, and Coach Howard confirmed that. And Bell knocks one down, 40-33. Milbank by 7, but there goes Teets to the rim, and she nice finish that time. 40-35. Milbank with the ball in the 5-point lead. Townsend to Susie now. Susie directs traffic, gives it to Avery Schoeneman. Left wing to Addison Pauley. Underneath on the block to Bell. Bell double team, throws up the shot. That's no good. Bell wanted the foul. No whistle to be found. Penning running the other way. Jaden Penning all the way coast to coast. Leaves it short, gets her own rebound. And then 2 bodies hit the floor. And I think Bell is going to be called for the foul that time. We'll wait and see what happens here. That is on Belle Pauley. That is... So she's got 3 now. And Negebauer with 3. So 15.4 left here in quarter number 3. 40-35. Milbank is leading. Locke, there's a 16-foot jumper on the way by Wright. That is no good. Rebound taken down by Milbank, but then taken away. And that's going to be a traveling violation after Teets knocks one down from 3. That will not count, though. Turnover number 5 on Groton. So what a huge turnover that was, because Teets did nothing but net on that 3 ball. But here comes Avery now. 3, 2, 1, and she's going to lose control of it, and that's going to end 3 quarters. It's a good one here in Groton. 40-35, Milbank after 3. We'll be back with more girls hoops in 1 minute on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Here's where the good ideas come from. Street Graphics, Main Street, Milbank, working with local schools to provide ideas and solutions for fundraising. They can customize a design just for you. T-shirts, trophies, banners, buttons, contract printing, they do it all. They work in quantities from 1 to 5,000. Printing and promotions, they print on anything but paper. See them at streetgraphics.com. That's graphics with an EX. Main Street, Milbank, South Dakota, streetgraphics.com.
Bean Pharmacy is your hometown family-owned independent pharmacy conveniently located within the Milbank Area Healthcare Campus. Bean Pharmacy is a full-service pharmacy specializing in fast, accurate, and friendly service. They also offer a full line of over-the-counter products such as vitamins, first aid, and diabetic supplies. Need your prescriptions mailed or delivered? Bean Pharmacy can do that too, and it's free. Don't forget about their convenient drive-thru for quality healthcare for the entire family. See Bean Pharmacy, located in the Milbank Area Healthcare Campus.
Something tells me this game is going to have a fantastic finish tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Milbank is leading for now, 40-35. The fresh 8 minutes, that's all that's left. Milbank gets the ball to start quarter number 4. Susie Schoeneman now with the basketball for Milbank. Dribbles off to her right, now to her left, being guarded again closely by her cousin, Jerica Locke. As they get the ball now, Negebauer is going to, it was tipped, so Negebauer can go into the backcourt to get it. She does to Addison Pauley. Pauley now to Avery Schoeneman. Avery Schoeneman getting it to Addison Pauley, baseline 3, that's short. Rebound, and that's going to be a tied-up ball as Belle Pauley and Jerica Locke hit the deck. So it goes to Groton area now, 40-35. The Tigers are trailing by 5 here on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard. Teets on the right wing. Trapphagen breaks out at the top of the key to get the pass. Addison Pauley just about gets the steal. Penning for 3. That's an airmail. Rebound to Susie Schoeneman, now to Avery. Avery Schoeneman now with the basketball for Milbank. Avery all the way to the rim, just about, leaves it to Negebauer. Negebauer turns, no. She gets her own rebound, puts it up, and puts it in. But there's going to be a foul. And judging by the reaction, I think it's on Jerica Locke. And it is. That's her second personal foul, first team foul here in the fourth quarter. Addison Pauley looking, and there's going to be a 5-second violation. Turnover Milbank, that's their 8th. Could not get the ball in bounds that time, 40-35, 6:57 left here in the game. Here come the Tigers now with Jerica Locke to Teets. Teets catches on the right wing, looking, and she dribbles now to the left elbow. There's a 3-ball on the way. That is up and in by Riley Dunker. What a huge 3 for her. She's got 6. 40-38, Milbank leads. Answer 3, Susie. That's no good. Rebound, and that's going to be a tied-up ball. Anna Negebauer and Jaden Penning both wanted that orange round object worse than the other one did. Milbank will get the ball now on the alternating possessions. So Avery Schoeneman gets it into Anna. Avery for 3 on the baseline. That's no good. That's an air ball. Rebound. And now there's going to be another tied-up ball as Belle Pauley gets unintentionally popped in the nose that time. I think Belle's going to be okay. But now the alternating possessions will go to Groton area. 40-38. Milbank is clinging to a 2-point lead. Milbank was up by 5. But now it is a 2-point lead. Jerica Locke now off the right wing to Dunker. And work it underneath to Dunker, to Locke, running floater from 10. That's good, and Jerica Locke is going to be fouled. So Jerica going to try for the old-fashioned 3-point play here for Groton area. That's going to be on Susie Schoeneman. That is her 3rd personal foul. And Belle Pauley is coming to the sideline. I think she might have blood on her jersey, or maybe her nose is bleeding or something. I don't know. Like I said, she got popped in the nose pretty good last trip down. And 31 comes in now for Groton area. That is Kella Tracy. So trying for the and one here is Jerica Locke. We're tied at 40. Locke's free throw is off the right side of the rim, no good. And then there's going to be a foul on the rebound on Dunker. And that should be Riley's 2nd foul, I believe. It is. So Milbank in now with 6 minutes left in the game. We're tied at 40 on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard. Avery Schoeneman left wing to Townsend. Top of the key, Avery to Susie on the right wing. Debris on the baseline. Townsend to Avery, and she throws up a shot on the run, wanting to get the foul, but it's knocked out of bounds instead by the Tigers. So Addison Pauley now will trigger in, looking into Avery. Avery Schoeneman back to Addison Pauley, to Townsend, to Susie Schoeneman, tries to get it to Anna. She gets it to Anna Negebauer, high off the backboard. Anna drops it in. Anna with 10 now for Milbank. And it's 42-40. The Lady Bulldogs back in front. And there's going to be a turnover on the Groton area Tigers. Jaden Penning back in now for Coach Matt Locke. And Kella Tracy going back to the sideline now. Avery Schoeneman with the basketball with 5:18 left in the game. 42-40. Milbank is leading as they get it now to Susie, to Avery on the left wing, or right wing. Avery shoots the ball. That's no good off the top of the backboard, but then there's going to be a turnover, I think, on Milbank. I don't know, they called traveling maybe or something. I don't know. I guess I didn't see the call. But anyway, Groton area with the ball now. Jerica Locke to Teets on the right wing. Teets to Penning just outside the free throw line. Dunker will fire for 3. That's too strong off the back part of the rim. Bree Townsend, nice box out rebound position by Bree. And she's going to draw the foul as well. Bree Townsend went high for the rebound on that one. And that is a Traphagen 3rd personal foul for the Lady Tigers. And Bree Townsend is going to go out now. Belle Pauley is going to come in. Bree gets a good hand here from the Milbank crowd right in front of me. Good effort that time. Belle Pauley getting it to Avery Schoeneman. She does a little zig and zag inside the traffic there, and then it's going to be knocked away. And Teets wanted it off of Milbank, of course, but the referee said nope, it's off the Tigers. 31 on the shot clock, 4:46 left in the game, and there's going to be a whistle and a timeout by the Bulldogs, and we will take one as well. 4:46 left. 42-40, Milbank leads. We'll be back with more girls hoops in 1 minute on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Hello, this is Emily with 203 Realty in Milbank. As we anticipate the arrival of spring, it is important to prepare for the bustling real estate market that accompanies this vibrant season. If you're considering buying or selling a home, now is the ideal time to reach out to us at 203 Realty. By doing so, you'll ensure you're ready to seize the opportunities as soon as the spring market begins. Avoid the last-minute scramble and stay ahead of the curve with the support of our expert agent team. 203 Realty, where your address is more than just a number.
Border Lake Insurance in Milbank and Ortonville is your locally owned independent insurance agency. As an independent insurance agency, Terry Holquist and staff at Border Lake Insurance have access to multiple companies that offer home, farm, auto, commercial, life, and health products. Border Lake Insurance has 2 convenient locations. Stop by or call their Main Street office in Milbank at 605-432-5884 or in Ortonville, call 320-839-6145. Located in Grand Marais State Bank, formerly the Sen Bank Building. Border Lake Insurance. Insurance agents you can count on.
Milbank with the ball now off the timeout. Traveling called on Milbank. Turnover number 10 now in the Lady Bulldogs, who are leading here 42-40 on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard with 4:34 left here in the girls' game. Again, the boys' game will follow here in the doubleheader. Lock now to Teets. To Dunker, back to Teets. Penning, nice move, Jaden Penning. She puts it up, no, that will not go. Backside rebound by Jerica Locke, and she's going to be fouled, I believe, yes. That is a foul number 4 on Belle Pauley. So Belle's got to be a little bit careful now, otherwise she's done for the night. Ball goes in. Teets on the baseline does not pull the trigger from 3. Gets in closer. Penning just inside the 3. That's short. Rebound Jerica Locke. Nice piece of rebounding that time by Jerica. She dribbles all the way literally to the top of the key. Now with 4 minutes exactly left in the game, Dunker, left elbow, puts it on the floor, throws up the shot, no, but Anna Negebauer, I think, is going to be called for the foul. And if it is, that's Anna's 4th. Or no, that's on Belle Pauley. That is her 5th. So 17 points now as Belle Pauley fouls out of this game. And Bree Townsend now will come in for Belle Pauley. So Dunker at the free throw line. Dunker 1 for 2 from the charity stripe so far tonight. Free throw, too strong off the back part of the rim, no good. Except that it's a 2-shot foul. There is not such a thing as a 1-and-1 anymore, ladies and gentlemen. That is back a few years ago, actually. Well, maybe just a couple, but back in the day, of course, it was the old 1-and-1. So if you missed the first shot, it was a rebound. But now it's 5 team fouls in a quarter. That equals 2 shots. And Dunker does put the second one in. So Milbank clinging to a 1-point lead now with 3:46 left in the game. Addison Pauley underneath to Negebauer. She goes on her knees to get it. And then Coach Howard, to preserve the possession, calls a timeout. And so Milbank did preserve the possession with 3:40 left in the game, 42-41. We'll be back with more basketball coming up in 30 seconds on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Ready for fiber fast internet and friendly service? Experience unbeatable speed and local support with ITC, your community connected cooperative. When you call ITC, you're talking to a real person, a neighbor, not a robot. We take pride in offering same day or next day support when you need it. And our support doesn't stop there. With investment initiatives like ITC Impact, we're giving back to the communities that make us great. Faster internet and friendlier service are in reach with ITC. Get started today.
And welcome back to Groton. Now both teams off the timeout. As Milbank will throw the ball in now with 23 on the shot clock, 3:40 on the game clock. And whoa, now there's a stoppage in play again as the horn rang twice. So now what happened? Anyway, Milbank will throw the ball in, as I started to say. There it goes in now, top of the key to Avery Schoeneman. Left wing to Susie Schoeneman, top of the key Bree Townsend. To Avery on the left wing now for Milbank, top of the key to Addison Pauley. Susie, left elbow jumper, that's short. Rebound Negebauer, and a Negebauer with the putback. That's no good. Rebound to Dunker, and she gets it now to Locke. Jerica Locke with the basketball. It's 42-41. Milbank leads by 1. Trapphagen to Locke at the top of the key to Dunker. She thought about the 3, doesn't take it. Way across court it goes, just about a throwaway that time. Teets recovers though. There's a just inside the 3. That's up and in for 2 for Jaden Penning. She shows a little emotion out there. As Jaden Penning has 15 now, it's 43-42. Groton area is leading. Susie Schoeneman now to Addison Pauley, Avery Schoeneman now puts the ball on the floor. Avery throws up the shot, no foul. Coach Howard was wondering if there was a foul, but there is none to be found. As Locke with it now on the right wing to Dunker. They're just daring her to shoot that 3, and Riley does not shoot it. Now she will for 3, and that's in. Riley Dunker. So the Tigers have warmed up from behind the arc here, 46-42. 2 minutes left in the game. And Addison Pauley now, Bree Townsend. Bree Townsend, Addison Pauley to Susie to Avery Schoeneman. Avery Schoeneman now to Bree Townsend, to Addison Pauley. Avery Schoeneman is going to get it taken away from her by Teets. And now there's a minute 33 left. It's a 2-possession game. Groton area with the lead and the ball. They work it over to Dunker now. Top of the key to Teets. Teets leaves it off for Penning. Penning, Dunker, another 3. That is in. Riley Dunker. And Groton area has warmed up from the land of plenty. 49-42. The Tigers are leading here as they have really heated up. From 3. We'll be back after this timeout with more. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Quitting tobacco doesn't just add more years to your life. It can add more good years. Quitting could mean more good years chasing your grandkids around the backyard rather than years of catching your breath in the background. Quitting could mean more good years traveling our breathtaking world rather than getting saddled with health problems like lung disease. Quitting means playing an active part in your life rather than just letting it pass you by. Don't miss out on life's big moments. Get your life on track and live more good years. Call 1-866-SD-QUITS to get started. Paid for by the South Dakota Department of Health
and the Milbank Tobacco Coalition.
And welcome back into Groton. The Tigers have rattled off 3 from behind the arc. They were just down 41-40, and now it's 49-42. The Tigers by 7. And Milbank is running out of time here. Let's see if they can pull a rabbit out of their hat here in this one. As Avery Schoeneman now with it for Milbank. Avery Schoeneman to Susie Schoeneman. Susie to Avery. Avery long 3. That's an air ball. Rebound to Locke. And here come the Tigers now. And Susie Schoeneman's going to foul Locke. So that will put Groton area well, that's the team foul number 4, I should say, on Milbank. 4th personal foul on Susie Schoenemann. They get the ball in now to Jerica Locke. 48 seconds left in the game, and that is going to be a foul on Anna Negebauer. That is her 4th. So that Jerica Locke at the line. She's got 10 points. 1 for 3 from the line. Make that 2 for 4. She knocks that one in. 50-42 now, a 3-possession game with only 47.6 left. Locke, second free throw. That rattles in and out, no good. Townsend with the rebound. And now Milbank is going to have to fill up the bucket in a hurry. Addison Pauley, and she's going to throw it over the head of Avery Schoenemann, out of bounds. That is turnover number 12 now on Milbank. And they get the ball in now. And there's going to be a timeout by the Tigers. And we will take one as well. 38.1 left. It's 50-42. Milbank is trailing. We'll be back with more basketball in 30 seconds on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Ortonville Area Health Services encourages you to get your flu vaccination this year. Flu shots are available at Northside Medical Clinic in Ortonville and at the Clinton Clinic during regular clinic hours. In addition to flu shots, OAHS also offers a wide range of preventative vaccinations, including flu, COVID, RSV, and pneumonia. Protect yourself and those around you. Give everyone a fighting chance against the flu this season. Call OAHS 320-839-6157 and schedule your flu shot today. Walk-ins are always welcome.
And welcome back into Groton. This has been a back and forth affair all night. Groton heated up when they needed to here in the 4th quarter, nailing 3 threes to take a 50-42 lead here. And Jerica Locke is going to be fouled on the inbounds pass. So we walked the long way to the other end of the court where Jerica Locke will go back to the free throw line. That foul on Avery Schoenemann. That's her first personal. So Jerica Locke 2 for 5 from the free throw line tonight. Free throw is good. 51-42, 37 seconds left. Milbank down by 9. Lewis Family Drug scoreboard. Second free throw by Locke. That rattles in as well. 52-42 now. Groton area looks like they will pick up win number 8 on the season. There's a 3-ball put up and in by Susie Schoenemann. And there's going to be a timeout, Milbank, 52-45. Milbank within 7. Coach Howard calls a timeout, and we'll be taking a timeout right with them. We'll be back with more girls basketball in 30 seconds on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Pro Image Partners. Pro Image Partners. So many reasons why you can turn to us. We'll help you show your pride. You want the best for work or play. We're your one-stop image shop. We'll help you show your pride. ProImagePartners.com.
And the boys game, of course, in the doubleheader will follow here. So we're going to do a quick post-game show, and then we will toss it back to the studios. You can enjoy some more music here on your Saturday evening. And we'll be back with Milbank and Groton area boys basketball, as the Tigers will throw the ball in now. Jaden Penning will do that. Full court press now by Milbank. Penning getting it in to Jerica Locke. Locke is going to be fouled by Violet Johnson. That should be Violet's first personal foul.
Foul number 1, Violet Johnson. First personal.
And so Jerica Locke right back to the free throw line. Jerica Locke 4 for 7 from the free throw line. 13 points. Free throw is good. 53-45 now. The Tigers by 8. 24.8 left. Second free throw by Locke is no good. Negebauer up ahead to Susie. Back to Negebauer now. They get it to Addison Pauley, running floater, no good. Rebound to the Tigers. And then there is going to be either a tied up ball or a foul. And it's going to be a foul. Called on Addison Pauley. That's her second personal foul. So at the line now is Teets. She's 2 of 3 from the line tonight, 70% coming into this game after 10 games actually, so that was 1 game ago. 54-45, second free throw, that's no good. And here come the Bulldogs now, 8 seconds left in the game. Susie Schoeneman now to Violet Johnson, to Avery Schoeneman, 1, and that's going to do it. Your final score, Groton area wins 54-45. We'll be back to wrap this thing up in 1 minute on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
The Millstone Family Restaurant is turning up the temp with their new Too Hot to Handle menu. Your challenge, should you choose to accept it, the spicy chicken sandwich with crispy, deep-fried chicken, guaranteed to make your mouth water and your brow sweat. The spicy pulled pork sandwich features smoked pulled pork and enough spice to make you call your mama. And for you seafood lovers, the Firehouse Shrimp Wrap with crispy shrimp tossed in their special spicy sauce, all wrapped up and ready to go. The Too Hot to Handle menu at the Millstone Family Restaurant in Milbank.
You don't have to live with aches and pains. See Dr. Matt at Chiropractic in Motion. With a minor adjustment, headaches, numbness, and pain can be relieved. Dr. Matt is the type of chiropractor that helps his patients by correcting the problem with as few visits as possible. Chiropractic in Motion looks forward to seeing their customers outside of the office, enjoying their lifestyle with a smile. The next time you have aches and pains, count on the helping hands of Dr. Matt. He's there when you need him. Chiropractic in Motion, Sports Injury and Family Wellness Center. Highway 12, Milbank.
Alrighty, welcome back to Groton. Milbank drops to 8-2 on the season as they drop a 54-45 decision to the Lady Tigers. Groton area goes to 8-4 on this season. Let's wrap it up quarter-wise. After 1, it was Milbank 12-9 leading. Groton area grabs a 24-23 lead at half. After 3, Milbank led 40-35, and your final score of Groton area 54, Milbank 45. For Milbank, let's break it down. Belle Pauley with 17. Anna Negebauer with 10. Addison Pauley, Susie Schoeneman with 8 apiece. Avery Schoeneman with 2. Milbank 4 of 4 from the free throw line. For Groton area, they had 3 girls in double figures. Jaden Penning with 15 leads the way. Jerica Locke next with 14. Riley Dunker with 13. McKenna Teets with 7. Taryn Trapphagen with 3. And Tally Wright with 2. Groton area 9 of 17 from the free throw line. Turnovers, Milbank 12 and Groton area 6. So that's going to do it for the girls game. We're going to send it back now to Doug at the studios, and we'll be back with the boys game coming up in about 7-8 minutes or so. So stay tuned. But in the meantime, enjoy some music, and we'll send it back now to KMSD and Doug. Back to you, Doug, at KMSD.
Your call is now being...
And delicious lunch specials on Friday, plus a variety of other tasty menu items. Catch every game anytime on one of the many TVs, or challenge your friends to darts or pool. Watch for events and specials on the Facebook page. Join the Pump 2.0, where great food, fun, and company come together.
95.1 and 1510 KMSD.
By the record machine, knew he must have been about 17. Strong, it's my favorite song, and I could tell it would be long. It was with me, yeah, maybe, and I could tell it would be long. It was with me, yeah, maybe, singing. I'm in it to my baby. So I got up and asked his man. Don't matter, he said, it's all the same. I'll take you home where we can see it wrong. And next we're moving on. It was with me, yeah, I'm through. Next we're moving on. It was with me, yeah, I'm through. When I'm down in the two, my baby, I know rock and roll. Don't think about that separately. Next we're moving on with me, yeah, me. And we'll be moving on and singing that same old song, yeah, with me. Singing, I love rock and roll. Put it all the time in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. Come and take your time and dance with me. I love rock and roll. Put it all the time in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. Come and take your time and dance with me.
All right, welcome back to Groton, South Dakota. Again on your Saturday evening. I'm Chad Knowles, glad to be along. Now it's the boys' turn for the doubleheader. Again, the girls from Milbank dropped a 54-45 decision tonight to Groton area. Milbank drops to 8-2 on the season. Groton area rises to 8-4. Bell Pauley 17, Anna Negebauer with 10 to lead Milbank. Groton area was led by Jaden Penning with 15, Jerica Locke 14, Riley Dunker with 13 in their win tonight. C game for the boys tonight, a thriller. It goes to Milbank in overtime, 48-41. JV game goes to Groton, 36-20. Again, Milbank just played last night, of course. They are 7-3 as they defeated Florence Henry 65-27 just last night. Lincoln Holster with 16 last night. Sam Rick with 15. Jeter Schooler with 12. Groton area's boys are number 1 in Region 1A now. The Milbank boys are number 4 in Region 1A currently. Groton area's last game was last Saturday. They defeated Dakota Valley 65-42. Carson Zach with 16, Ryder Johnson with 15, and Gage Sipple with 14 points for Groton area last Saturday night. So the table again is set here. Again, we want to thank all of our sponsors, Dakota Country Ag Bean Pharmacy, Milbank, Ford, Schmitz Landing, Al's Body Shop, Street Graphics, 203 Realty, Border Lake Insurance of Milbank, ITC of Milbank, Milbank Tobacco Coalition, Ortonville Area Health Services, Pro Image Partners, Millstone Family Restaurant, Chiropractic in Motion, Johnson Family Dentistry, First Bank and Trust of Milbank, Lewis Family Drug, Haslam Construction, and Avera Milbank Medical Center, Milbank Area Hospital Avera. And again, the Law on the Court here tonight is brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. We'll be back with the starting lineups. The tip-off of this game, Groton area and Milbank boys basketball. We'll be back in 3 minutes on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Thank you so much for dropping by, including us in your weekend. Cutting crew on the way. We'll also hear from the ZZ Top. And right now, it's Rick James.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
This year, Pioneer celebrates a century of innovation. From the first corn hybrid to the latest innovation like Vorseed and Less Corn or Pioneer brand Z-Series soybeans. They're proud to be the one you count on when every bushel counts. Plant the 100th season of Pioneer. Contact Paul or Riley at Dakota Country Ag Service in Milbank today at 605-467-0715 or 605-949-4170 to learn more.
Milbank Ford isn't just a dealership. It's part of your journey. Whether you're cruising toward adventure or hauling hometown pride, they've got the ride to get you there. Stop in and explore their lineup of tough F-Series trucks, fuel-efficient SUVs, and family-ready crossovers, all backed by local service you can count on. The road starts in Milbank, but it could take you anywhere. Come and find your Ford today at Milbank Ford, where small-town trust meets big-time value.
Dreaming of a getaway? Escape to Schmitz Landing on beautiful Big Stone Lake. Whether you're casting for walleyes, perch or bass, or just enjoying these stunning views, Schmitz Landing has something for everyone. Relax in comfortable lakeside suites, or set up your camper or tent for a long weekend. How about spending this summer at your seasonal RV spot? There are also boat and pontoon rentals, plus a fully stocked C-store with bait and license. Discover a family adventure or a peaceful retreat at Schmitz Landing. Visit schmitzlanding.com and like them on Facebook. Are you in need of collision repair? Look no further than Al's Body Shop. Their team of expert technicians has years of experience and are dedicated to getting your car or truck back on the road in no time. From minor dings to major body damage, they've got you covered. And with their state-of-the-art equipment, they can handle any make or model. Plus, they work with all insurance companies to make the process as easy as possible. Don't let an accident slow you down. Go see Al's Body Shop today. Al's Body Shop, Milbank. Quality collision repair you can trust.
And of course, we'll have no national anthem before game number 2 here, so we will just get right in here to the starting lineups for this boys game. And first of all, for your Milbank Bulldogs, again, fresh off a win last night, they are 7-3 on the season. They'll go this way: 5'11" junior, number 2, Jeter Schooler. A 6-foot junior, number 1, Sam Rick. A 6'1" senior, number 3, Ryan Keaton. A 6'1" senior, number 13, Jack Howard. And a 6'4" sophomore, number 0, Lincoln Holscher. Again, Milbank 7-3 is coached by head coach Logan Deedy. He's assisted by Travis Lester and Carter Malone. Now for the Groton area Tigers, they will go 6-foot senior, number 1, Keegan Tracy. A 6'5" senior, number 4, Ryder Johnson. A 6-foot sophomore, number 3, Carson Zach. A 6'5" senior, number 5, Becker Bosma. And a 6'7" senior, number 30, Gage Sipple. Groton area 8-3 is coached by Greg Kelson. He's assisted by Jordan Carson and Ryan Tracy. Again, the C game tonight goes to Milbank. Milbank in overtime, 48-41. The JV game goes to Groton, 36-20. Milbank is in number 4 place right now in Region 1A. The Groton Area Tigers are in first place right now for the boys in Region 1A. So we are meeting the cheerleaders now for the Groton Tigers. And again, we will meet the starting lineups now from the public address announcer here for the Groton Area Tigers.
And now let's meet your Groton Area Tigers, 35.
Again, if you're just tuning in, first of all, welcome on your Saturday night. Second of all, we should recap the girls' game. If you missed it, Milbank dropped a 54-45 decision to Groton Area. Milbank drops to 8-2. On the season, with the loss, Groton Area goes to 8-4. With their win, Bell Pauley leads Milbank with 17, Anna Negebauer with 10, Jaden Penning leads Groton Area with 15, Jerica Locke with 14, and Riley Dunker with 13 for the Groton Area Tigers. So now we are getting ready for the boys tip-off here as Lincoln Holscher is getting ready to jump circle, center circle. And I would guess he'll go against 6'7" senior Gage Sipple. But we'll wait and see as Groton Area is still huddling. All right, so here we go, the boys' game of the doubleheader. And Gage Sipple is indeed in the jump circle against Lincoln Holscher. So Milbank will travel left to right here in the first half. Groton Area will go right to left. You're in tune to Classic Hits 95.1 KMSD FM, 1510 AM KMSD Milbank, South Dakota. Streaming audio, video, bigstoneradio.com. And our YouTube page as well. There's a missed shot by the Tigers right off the bat. Carson Zach. Milbank with the rebound, and that's Sam Rick now running front court. Sam Rick dribbles all the way back to the top of the key. Leaves it off for Jeter Schooler. Now Schooler top of the key. Off to his left, to his right, excuse me, now to Rick. And there's going to be a traveling violation on Milbank. Turnover number 1. On the Bulldogs. And here come the Tigers now with Zach. Carson Zach crosses the time stripe now for Groton Area. Moves it off for Tracy. They work the right wing now to Bosma. Cross court to Tracy. On the block to Sipple. Sipple goes up and he is going to be fouled. Sipple tried to put up the shot. He ended up with the ball, and he was still landed back on the floor. But Lincoln Holscher gets whistled with the foul. So 6'7" senior Gage Sipple at the free throw line puts it up and in. So 1-0. Groton Area cracks that proverbial goose egg first. Sipple's second free throw now is upcoming. Here it is. That's good as well. So it's 2-0 now, Groton Area. And Sam Rick gets trapped on the inbounds to Holscher, to Howard. Up ahead to Keaton. Ryan Keaton will let it fly for 3. That's no good. Rebound to Bosma. Bosma running front court for the Tigers. Picks up his dribble now off to Zach. Back to Bosma. Bosma attacks the rim. Partially blocked. Taken out of there by Sam Rick. Rick to Howard. Now Jack Howard runs across the time stripe for Milbank. Howard leaves it off for Sam Rick on the right wing. Sam puts the ball on the floor to Ryan Keaton, top of the key to Holscher, to Sam Rick. He'll let it fly for 3. That's too strong, no good. Rebound is going to be off. Lincoln Holscher out of bounds, so goes back now to Groton. 2-0, the Tigers. 6.5 left in the first, just underway here in the boys' game tonight of the doubleheader. As Zach now will come front court with it for the Tigers. Right wing it goes to Johnson. Top of the key to Tracy. Back to Bosma. He'll line it up for 3. That's way off the mark. Rebound to Milbank, and here comes Jeter Schooler with it now for the Bulldogs. 3-ball corner pocket. Sam Rick, he connects. Sam Rick from the land of plenty. He's got 3 points here tonight. It's 3-2. Milbank is leading here on the Lewis Family Drug Scoreboard, just underway. Again, welcome aboard on your Saturday night. There is Zach with it now. They leave it off for Johnson. Answer three. Ryder Johnson puts it up and in. 5-3 now, the Tigers. Schooler is being hounded in the backcourt, and it's going to be a takeaway by Zach. And he tries to slam it, and he kind of does basically slam it in. As Milbank's second turnover now, 7-3. The Bulldogs down by 4. Here's Howard is going to get trapped at half court. He's going to throw it up. There's another turnover for Milbank. Bosma, they get it on the baseline now to Zach. To Bosma. Step back three. Sipple, that's no good. There was nobody guarding Sipple at all that time, and he checked where he was on the floor. He had to step back to get behind the three-point arc, and he missed the shot. Howard now to Schooler on the baseline for Milbank. Top of the key, Holscher to Jeter. He'll let it go for three. Jeter, Schooler. Nothing but the bottom of the net for the 5'11 junior from long range. 7-6 now, Milbank within one. And here is Zach with it now for the Tigers. Get it off the left wing now to Tracy. Keegan Tracy spins. Top of the key to Ryder Johnson, over to Zach. To Bosma, to Tracy. He'll let it fly for three. Keegan Tracy drops it like it's hot. 10-6. Groton area in front. Sam Rick is going to get knocked to the floor. No whistle. And then there's going to be a 2-point bucket by Keegan Tracy in transition. 12-6 now. Groton area is leading. As Howard now comes front court to Holscher, to Howard, to Rick, to Keaton, to Rick on the left wing, Rick to Keaton. Keaton will let it fly for three. That's too strong, no good. Rebound Sipple, sort of. It gets knocked out of his hands, but here's Bosma, and then Howard is going to knock that one out of bounds. Good recovery defense by Jack Howard on the run that time. Easton Weber will come in now for Coach Kelson. Becker Bosma will go to the bench. 3:27 left in the first. Lob into Sipple. That's too easy for the 6'7 senior. He puts it up and in on the tip in. 14-6 now. The Tigers have built an 8-point lead. As Jeter Schooler now over to Ryan Keaton for three. That's short. Rebound to Zach. Emmett Snaza going to check in the next opportunity, and there's going to be the opportunity right there. As that is going to be a foul on Zach. Carson's first. Emmett Snaza in now for Ryan Keaton. 14-6 Groton area with 3:02 left in the opening quarter. Howard into Schooler now. Jeter with the basketball, being hounded on defense by Keegan Tracy. Jeter Schooler now puts the ball on the floor, leaves it off for Lincoln Holscher. Lincoln Holscher left wing to Sam Rick. Lincoln will fire for three. That's off the right side of the rim, too strong. Rebound to Johnson. Ryder Johnson puts it on the floor all the way to the rim, and he's going to be called for traveling. Ryder didn't think so, but he got called for traveling. Turnover number one on Groton. In now for the Tigers, Jaden Schwann, 5'11 junior for Coach Greg Kelson. Howard into Rick now, who catches. Sam Rick is going to get the ball now to Jack Howard, to Schooler. Schooler now to Rick. Rick with it now to Rick with the free throw line jumper. That rattles in and out, no good. Rebound to Weber. Up ahead, and there's going to be a three ball by Ryder Johnson. That's too strong. Rebound Lincoln Holscher to Jeter Schooler. And here come the Bulldogs. Has Sam Rick with it now for the Bulldogs. Sam Rick is going to go to Lincoln Holscher, who will fire for three. That's too strong. Rebound Sipple, and here come the Tigers on the dead run with Weber. Sipple back to Weber now. Weber puts it on the floor, spins a couple times, gets it back out to Johnson. Johnson spins to the rim, puts it up, and he's going to travel first. And that's the second time Ryder Johnson has done that, and both times he does not necessarily agree with the call. He wants a little explanation from the official, and the official gives it to him, and he says, you just took that extra step. Howard now into Rick. Sam Rick puts the ball on the floor. He's going to zig and zag, and he's going to get it to Howard now on the other side of the court. And there's going to be a traveling violation on Schooler. So turnover number 5 now for Milbank. A minute 13 left in the first quarter. It's 14-6. The Tigers in front here of the Milbank Bulldogs. Zach now with the basketball for the Tigers. Zach leaves it off for Schwann. They work it in. Nice pass. Jaden Schwann up and in for two. And there's a turnover on the inbounds. Groton throws it up. No, but they're going to be fouled. So it's 16-6 now Tigers, and they're going to entice the foul. And that is going to send Carson Zach to the free throw line. That foul is number 2, by the way, on Lincoln Holscher. Free throw is good by Zach. Leighton Osowski. Ryan Keaton in for the Bulldogs. Lincoln Holscher goes to the bench. Emmett Staza goes to the bench for Milbank. Carson Zach, second free throw upcoming now. That is good, so it's 18-6. The Tigers off to a flying start here in quarter number 1. Sam Rick is going to get the ball across now to Ryan Keaton. Back to Rick. To Jack Howard. Howard now to Keaton. To Howard on the right wing. They work the perimeter now to Rick. To Schooler with 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Sam Rick thought about the three. Schooler will take it instead. That's an air ball. Rebound right there for Ryan Keaton to Rick. To Schooler. Schooler underneath to Howard. Nice pass. Jack can't make it though, and that's going to be a putback. And that's going to be a 35-second violation, maybe. The basket is good. By Jack Howard, so just as they say, in the nick of time that time. 18-8. 15.2 left in the first quarter. Groton area with the lead and the ball. As Zach will pick up the basketball now for the Tigers. To Weber. To Schwann. To Weber. And that's going to be a foul. They tried to do a little alley-oop that time. And Carson Zach did get it to go, but there's a foul. Called on Bosma. That's his first. Howard now to Schooler. Jeter Schooler is going to be called for traveling. So Milbank was 7 in the turnover department here already in the first quarter. And there's .4 left in the quarter, so they're going to have to do the old fishing maneuver, the old catch and release here. Zach will fire it up, and that is good. Carson Zach kind of sums up the first quarter. Groton area 21 and Milbank 8. We'll be back with more basketball coming up in a minute on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Bean Pharmacy is your hometown family-owned independent pharmacy conveniently located within the Milbank Area Healthcare Campus. Bean Pharmacy is a full-service pharmacy specializing in fast, accurate, and friendly service. They also offer a full line of over-the-counter products such as vitamins, first aid, and diabetic supplies. Need your prescriptions mailed or delivered? Bean Pharmacy can do that too, and it's free. Don't forget about their convenient drive-thru for quality health care for the entire family. See Bean Pharmacy, located in the Milbank Area Healthcare Campus.
Here's where the good ideas come from. Street Graphics, Main Street, Milbank, working with local schools to provide ideas and solutions for fundraising. They can customize a design just for you. T-shirts, trophies, banners, buttons, contract printing, they do it all. They work in quantities from 1 to 5,000. Printing and promotions, they print on anything but paper. See them at streetgraphics.com. That's graphics with an EX. Main Street, Milbank, South Dakota, streetgraphics.com.
Well, Milbank is trailing here 21-8 on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard. As Milbank will take the ball here to start quarter number 2. Jack Howard now is going to try to get the ball in and does so to Jeter Schooler, who catches in the backcourt. Jeter Schooler now runs front court with it. Going to be getting it to Sam Rick. Sam Rick back to Schooler. He'll line up for 3 at the top of the key. That's off the mark. Rebound up ahead now to the Tigers, and they've got some new kids in there. Ethan Kroll for 1. And they go back to Bosma now. Becker Bosma in the paint. He's going to throw up a hook shot from short range. Becker Bosma drops it in. 23-8 now. Milbank is trailing. As Rick now to Howard. Jack Howard to Ryan Keaton. Ryan Keaton now to Rick, who catches out top of the key. To Ryan Keaton to Rick. Right wing to Schooler to Howard on the baseline. Howard, 10 on the shot clock. Back to Keaton on the right wing. Ryan Keaton kicks it over to Lincoln Holscher. Baseline 3. Lincoln drops it in. Milbank needs a lot more of that from behind the arc. They're down by 12 here. There's a lot of basketball left to be played, though, ladies and gentlemen. And here comes the Tigers now. They work it over to Kroll. Top of the key. They work the weave now. Weber back to Kroll. Keegan Tracy puts the ball on the floor, puts it up. No, putback is no good by Bosma. He gets his own rebound, and Becker Bosma on the putback. He connects for 2. 25-11 now. Milbank down by 14 with 6:11 left here in quarter number 2. Jeter Schooler being hounded on defense. As Sam Rick will let it fly for 3. That's short. Rebound to Zach, and Schooler goes flying out of bounds. Up ahead, they tried to get it to Kroll. That is a turnover on Groton. Jack Howard now with it to Sam Rick. Sam Rick picks up his dribble, gets it back to Howard. Jack Howard maneuvers toward the rim, and he's going to be fouled. Judging by his reaction, Keegan Tracy picks up the foul, and that's right. And Ryder Johnson back in, Gage Sipple back in. Becker Bosma goes out, as well as Ethan Kroll. 25-11, 5:43. Groton area has the lead. 5:41 left in the second quarter. Sam Rick to Schooler on the left wing. Schooler now to Ryan Keaton. Keaton to Rick. Rick with it underneath to Holscher. He loses control of it. But that's going to be touched out of bounds by the Tigers. So Jeter Schooler will throw it in. 14 on the shot clock, 5:22 on the game clock. Keaton on the baseline, doesn't take the 3. Howard will go against Sipple, and that is no good by Howard. Taken out of there, the rebound, and here's Ryder Johnson, throws up the reverse layup. It does not go for Ryder, but he's going to be fouled. Groton area, big, fast, good shooters. Third foul on Lincoln Holscher, as Ryder Johnson has to make his first appearance at the free throw line right now. 6'5" senior. Free throw is good. Emmett Snaza in for Holscher. Groton area very senior dominated though. 4 out of the 5 starters are seniors. Carson Zach is the only starter that is an underclassman for the Tigers. So Ryder Johnson, second free throw, that is good as well. He's got 5 points now, 27-11. And Sam Rick is trapped in the corner, gonna get it to Schooler. Jeter Schooler looks behind him, and there's traffic all over the place as Ryan Keaton now is gonna get it to Howard. Jack Howard spins, gets it to Rick. Left elbow jumper, Sam Rick puts it in. Sam now with 5 points, 27-13. The Tigers with the ball in the lead here with 4:39 left in the second quarter. And here is Zach with it now. They work it to Tracy on the right wing, back to Zach on the left wing. Zach spins, kicks it over to Schwann. Schwann maneuvers in the lane, throws up the shot, no good, but there's a foul. And that's on Ryan Keaton. So that'll send Jaden Schwann to the line. He connects. 28-13 Tigers, 4:21 left in the second quarter. Second free throw, that is the same result. Hits high up on the backboard and drops through. And Sam Rick is going to be trapped in the backcourt, gets it ahead to Ryan Keaton. Ryan Keaton up to Emmett Snaza. Emmett lets the defense go by and puts it off the glass. Good job that time to Emmett Snaza. His first bucket tonight, 29-15, now 4 minutes left here in the second quarter. Zach now, there's a jumper from just inside the free throw line off the glass for 2, Jaden Schwann. And here comes Jeter Schooler now with the basketball for Milbank. And that's going to be off of him as he kind of loses control of it as he falls out of bounds. Turnover number 8 on Milbank. Bray Bauscher now is coming in for Jeter Schooler. So 3:45 left in the second, 31-15. The Tigers are leading here as Carson Zach crosses the time stripe now for the Tigers. Top of the key to Schwann. They work it around the right wing now. Schwann has it now on the left wing to Sipple on the baseline. Ryder Johnson. Schwann will fire for 3. No good. Rebound Howard. Howard up to Keaton. Keaton is going to bounce it off one of the Tigers. And so Milbank will throw inside court now with Jack Howard. 3:08 left here in the second quarter. 31-15. Groton area on top. Howard looking, gets it into Snaza, back to Howard. Jack Howard puts the ball on the floor, all the way to the rim. Jack Howard, nice effort. As he's got 4 points now as he puts it off the window. 31-17 now with 2:51 left here in the second quarter. Carson Zach looking back at Coach Kelson for the play. Zach on top of the key. Zach to the right wing now. There's a 16-foot jumper. That is no good by Keegan Tracy. And then there's going to be a foul called Ryan Keaton. That's his second personal. Ball goes into Ryder Johnson, misses the shot. Howard with the rebound to Rick with 2.5 minutes left here in quarter number 2. 203 Realty halftime show, of course, coming up at the appropriate time here. And it's Schooler now, or Bray Bauscher to Howard to Keaton on the left wing. Ryan Keaton now to Rick. And there's going to be a tip out of bounds by the Tigers. Jeter Schooler back in for the Bulldogs now. Bray Bauscher out. Jack Howard's going to throw inside court now from Milbank. Gets it into Schooler. 6 on the shot clock. Jeter is going to be called for traveling. Turnover number 9 on Milbank. So 2:03 left here in the second quarter. 31-17. The Tigers are leading here on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard. Tigers have it now. Keegan Tracy. Cross court to Weber. Top of the key, Kroll. Back to Weber on the right wing. They work the baseline now to Bosma. Back to Bosma. Short range shot. Partially blocked out of there. Taken out of there by Howard. Up ahead to Keaton. And then Keaton is going to be fouled.
Foul number 14, Ethan Kroll.
Ethan Kroll with the foul.
First personal foul.
That's his first personal foul. So 1:31 left here in quarter number 2. 31-17. The Tigers on top. And they just about, Milbank does lose the ball that time on the turnover. And here come the Tigers now. Kroll to Bosma on the baseline. Way across court it goes to Tracy. To Weber. To Tracy to Kroll. Left wing, there's a shot put up from about 10 feet away. That dribbles around, no good. Bosma with the putback, no. And then Bosma goes up again and puts it back for the 2. 33-17, under a minute left now. Milbank is trailing here on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard. Jack Howard now to Jeter Schooler. Schooler with the basketball for Milbank to Sam Rick. Rick to Howard. Jack Howard now to Ryan Keaton. He'll let it fly for 3. That's no good. Rebound to Snaza. And then it's taken away by the Tigers. And here come the Tigers now on the attack. Johnson to Tracy. They work it to Bosma. Ryder Johnson for 3. That's too strong. Rebound to Howard. And Jack Howard is going to be fouled. Jaden Schwann back in now for the Tigers. Again, full court press by the Tigers. Sam Rick now with the basketball. 10 seconds left here in the second quarter. Sam Rick to Jack Howard. Jack spins, puts up the shot. No good, but Jack's going to go to the free throw line. Some of the Groton faithful wanted traveling that time, but no whistle except for the foul.
Foul number 22, Easton Weber. His first personal foul.
Easton Weber with his first personal foul. Jack Howard at the free throw line now with 3.2 seconds left here in the first half. Jack Howard's free throw is no good. Jack 0 for 1 from the free throw line so far tonight. He does have 5 points. 4 points, I beg your pardon. Jack Howard, second free throw. That's no good either. Rebound to the Tigers. Counts if it goes. That does not go. 1 half in the books. Groton area 33 and Milbank 17. We'll be back with the 203 Realty halftime show coming up here in 3 minutes on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
At 203 Realty in Milbank, a huge part of their formula for success is their agent team. One of those agents is Brandon Perry. Brandon is a Wilmot native, Northern State grad, and has resided in Milbank for over 22 years. Brandon joined the real estate world after 25 years of service in the National Guard. Brandon's attention to detail, patience, commitment to his customers, and willingness to put in the extra hours is what sets him apart.
Hi, this is Brandon Perry with 203 Realty. Contact us today by visiting 203-realty.com. At 203 Realty, your address is more than just a number.
Border Lake Insurance in Milbank and Ortonville is your locally owned independent insurance agency. As an independent insurance agency, Terry Holquist and staff at Border Lake Insurance have access to multiple companies that offer home, farm, auto, commercial, life, and health products. Border Lake Insurance has 2 convenient locations. Stop by or call their Main Street office in Milbank at 605-432-5884. Or in Ortonville, call 320-839-6145. Located in Grand Marais State Bank, formerly the Sen Bank Building. Border Lake Insurance. Insurance agents you can count on.
Ready for fiber-fast internet and friendly service? Experience unbeatable speed and local support with ITC, your community-connected cooperative. When you call ITC, you're talking to a real person, a neighbor, not a robot. We take pride in offering same-day or next-day support when you need it, and our support doesn't stop there. With investment initiatives like ITC Impact, we're giving back to the communities that make us great. Faster internet and friendlier service are in reach with ITC. Get started today.
Quitting tobacco doesn't just add more years to your life. It can add more good years. Quitting could mean more good years chasing your grandkids around the backyard rather than years of catching your breath in the background. Quitting could mean more good years traveling our breathtaking world rather than getting saddled with health problems like lung disease. Quitting means playing an active part in your life rather than just letting it pass you by. Don't miss out on life's big moments. Get your life on track and live more good years. Call 1-866-SD-QUITS to get started. Paid for by the South Dakota Department of Health
and the Milbank Tobacco Coalition. Ortonville Area Health Services encourages you to get your flu vaccination this year. Flu shots are available at Northside Medical Clinic in Ortonville and at the Clinton Clinic during regular clinic hours. In addition to flu shots, OAHS also offers a wide range of preventative vaccinations, including flu, COVID, RSV, and pneumonia. Protect yourself and those around you. Give everyone a fighting chance against the flu this season. Call OAHS 320-839-6157 and schedule your flu shot today. Walk-ins are always welcome.
Pro Image Partners. Pro Image Partners. So many reasons why you can turn to us. We'll help you show your pride. You want the best for work or play. We're your one-stop image shop. We'll help you show your pride. ProImagePartners.com.
And welcome back into the 203 Realty halftime show. Your halftime score, Groton area 33, Milbank 17 here in this boys game of the doubleheader. Again, the 203 Realty halftime show. 203 Realty is proud to support the Milbank Bulldogs buyers and sellers. Visit 203realty.com for all of your real estate needs. Well, after one quarter tonight, it was Groton area 21-8. And then they cooled off a little bit in the second quarter. They scored 12 in that second quarter, and Milbank scored 9, 33-17, your halftime score at halftime intermission. For Milbank, let's break you down individually. Sam Rick had 5 points, Jack Howard with 4, Lincoln Holzer, Jeter Schooler with 3 apiece, and Emmett Snaza with 2 for Milbank, and their total of 17 points here at half. Milbank 0 for 2 from the charity stripe. Groton area, they are being led by Carson Zach with 7. Becker Bosma next in line with 6, as well as Jaden Schwann has 6 as well, I should say. Keegan Tracy, Ryder Johnson with 5 apiece, and Gage Sipple with 4 for Groton area, and their total of 33 here at halftime intermission. Groton area is 8 for 8, perfect 8 for 8 from the free throw line. And that is the Tiger lead, 33-17. Turnovers, Milbank 11, Groton area 3. Again, Groton area has that extremely fast defense, and they tie you up in knots offensively, and that's led to 11 Milbank turnovers here so far in the first half as well. And so, again, our next broadcasting will be Thursday night from Clear Lake as Milbank's girls and boys will face the Dual Cardinals in a doubleheader. We'll have it for you here on KMSD, as well as streaming audio and video, of course, BigStoneRadio.com, as well as our YouTube page as well for any games for the rest of the season. All right, you're in tune to the halftime show, the 203 Realty halftime show. Again, your score 33-17. Milbank is trailing on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard. The C game tonight for the boys goes to Milbank in overtime, 48-41. JV game goes to Groton, 36-20. We're going to step aside for a final time here in the 203 Realty halftime show. We'll be back with more of the halftime show and the conclusion of it coming up here in 3 minutes on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
The Millstone Family Restaurant is turning up the temp with their new Too Hot to Handle menu. Your challenge, should you choose to accept it, the spicy chicken sandwich with crispy, deep-fried chicken, guaranteed to make your mouth water and your brow sweat. The spicy pulled pork sandwich features smoked pulled pork and enough spice to make you call your mama. And for you seafood lovers, the Firehouse Shrimp Wrap with crispy shrimp tossed in their special spicy sauce, all wrapped up and ready to go. The Too Hot to Handle menu at the Millstone Family Restaurant in Milbank.
You don't have to live with aches and pains. See Dr. Matt at Chiropractic in Motion. With a minor adjustment, headaches, numbness, and pain can be relieved. Dr. Matt is the type of chiropractor that helps his patients by correcting the problem with as few visits as possible. Chiropractic in Motion looks forward to seeing their customers outside of the office, enjoying their lifestyle with a smile. The next time you have aches and pains, count on the helping hands of Dr. Matt. He's there when you need him. Chiropractic in Motion, Sports Injury and Family Wellness Center, Highway 12, Milbank. Johnson Family Dentistry wants to remind you of the steps to a bright and healthy smile for life. Remember to brush your teeth 3 times each day. Use mouthwash after brushing. And floss your teeth each day. Visit Johnson Family Dentistry twice a year for regular cleaning and checkups. And be sure and change your toothbrush every 3 months. Dr. Johnson and Dr. Holmquist are now accepting new patients. Call Johnson Family Dentistry in Milbank. More information at milbankdentist.com.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump. To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun. Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com. Member FDIC.
Lewis Family Drug is your one-stop location. In addition to quality prescription and non-prescription drugs with free delivery, Lewis has a huge selection of everyday basics and name brands and specialty items, always at affordable prices. They carry seasonal items, fabrics, crafts, and groceries. Shopping at your local Lewis Drug is more simple and more rewarding than ever. Download the Lewis mobile app to add on-the-go convenience to your errands. Lewis Family Drug. Everyday savings close to home.
Haslam Construction in Ortonville, Minnesota is known for their quality work. Additions to the Valley Queen Cheese Factory and First Bank & Trust, St. Lawrence School, Milbank Elementary, Ortonville Area Health Services, and the Big Stone County Highway Department Garage, and so many other projects over the years. They are known for their quality work and professionalism on the job. That's what makes Haslam Construction the contractor you want for your building projects. Go with the people you trust. Haslam Construction, Ortonville, Minnesota.
From the first wails of surprise to first day of school.
Alrighty, that's going to close off the 203 Realty halftime show. Again, we want to thank our sponsors, including Dakota Country Ag, Bean Pharmacy, Milbank Ford, Schmidt's Landing, Al's Body Shop, Street Graphics, 203 Realty, Border Lake Insurance of Milbank, ITC of Milbank, Milbank Tobacco Coalition, Ortonville Area Health Services, Pro Image Partners, Millstone Family Restaurant, Chiropractic in Motion, Johnson Family Dentistry, First Bank and Trust of Milbank, Lewis Family Drug, Haslam Construction in Avera, Milbank Medical Center, Milbank Area Hospital Avera, and that your 203 Realty halftime show. 203 Realty is proud to support the Milbank Bulldogs buyers and sellers. Visit 203realty.com for all of your real estate needs. All right, quarters 3 and 4 are upon us here. Again, if you missed the girls' game tonight, Groton area won that one 54-45 to raise their record to 8-4. Milbank drops to 8-2 on the season. Bell Pauley led Milbank with 17, Anna Negebauer with 10. Jaden Penning led Groton area with 15 in the girls' game here earlier tonight. So we've got 2 quarters of basketball to play here tonight in Groton. And the Tigers have the ball here to start quarter number 3. And they work it now on the left side to Tracy. Right wing, top of the key, Johnson. Back to Tracy on the left wing. There's a little alley-oop that's intercepted by Lincoln Holscher. Turnover number 4 on Groton area. And we get it now to Ryan Keaton. To Holscher, back to Keaton on the right wing. And then there's going to be a traveling violation called. Milbank's 12th turnover. So Groton area's Ryder Johnson will throw the ball in now. Gets it into Zach. Zach with the basketball now with 7:26 left here in the third quarter. Top of the key, that's going to be a nice pass to Gage Sipple from short range. Sipple puts it up and in. He's got 6. 35-17. Here's Sam Rick with the basketball now for Milbank. To Howard on the left wing. Top of the key, Ryan Keaton has trouble holding on to it, but regains possession now to Schooler. Peter Schooler on the left wing. Picks up his dribble to Lincoln Holscher at the top of the key. To Ryan Keaton with 10 on the shot clock. Howard now top of the key. Jack Howard puts it on the floor to Lincoln Holscher. To Sam Rick on the left wing to Lincoln Holscher. He'll line up for a head of the key 3. That's partially blocked. Taken out of there by Keegan Tracy. Ahead to Zach. To Tracy at the top of the key. Left wing now to Johnson. Ryder Johnson puts it on the floor to Gage Sipple underneath the basket. Reverse layup. Gage Sipple goes in. He's got all 4 here in the third quarter. 37-17 now the Tigers by 20 on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard. Schooler to Howard. It gets kicked out of bounds on the way to Jack Howard by Carson Zach. Bray Bauscher comes in now for Ryan Keaton for the Bulldogs. Jack Howard now triggers in to Schooler. Here puts the ball on the floor, leaves it off for Holscher to Rick. They do the weave at the top of the key. Bauscher with it now to Schooler. Peter Schooler has trouble hanging on to it, and then he is going to lose control. Turnover number 13 on the Bulldogs. 5:54 left in the third. 37-17 Tigers. As Carson Zach with it now for Groton area. Crosses the time stripe, goes off to his left. Gets it to Bosma in the paint. He misses it. Rebound Howard to Rick. Rick now to Bauscher. Bauscher to Schooler on the right baseline. Top of the key, Howard. To Bauscher at the top of the key to Holscher. Lincoln Holscher back to Schooler, back to Holscher. It's going to be blocked out of there, taken out of there by Bosma. Zach will line up for 3. That's no good. Rebound to Howard. To Schooler. Jeter Schooler now to Sam Rick has the basketball. Now to Howard. Howard spins, maneuvers. It's going to be blocked out of there by Zach. And then Howard flips the ball off of Zach's knee out of bounds. So Milbank will play in. Lincoln Holster goes to the bench. Leighton Ozowski comes in for Milbank. Going to be a timeout called by Coach Kelson of the Tigers. And we'll take one as well. 4:53 left in the third. 37-17. Milbank is trailing. Groton area. We'll be back with more boys basketball. I got to see how long the timeout is. In 30 seconds. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
This year, Pioneer celebrates a century of innovation. From the first corn hybrid to the latest innovation like Vorseed and Less Corn or Pioneer brand Z-Series soybeans. They're proud to be the one you count on when every bushel counts. Plant the 100th season of Pioneer. Contact Paul or Riley at Dakota Country Egg Service in Milbank today at 605-467-0715 or 605-949-4170 to learn more.
All right, welcome back to Groton. Milbank off the timeout to Bauscher, to Howard, back to Schooler. Baseline three for Jeter. That's off. Rebound run down by Bauscher to Howard, to Rick. Into Howard. Jeter will line up for another three. That's an air ball. Rebound to Bosma. And here come the Tigers. Johnson up ahead to Zach. Cross court. Three ball put up. Tracy, that's no good. Rebound to Schooler. And Jeter Schooler now to Bauscher. Bauscher to Rick on the right wing. Sam Rick will fire for three and connect. And Milbank takes a timeout with 4:10 left in the third. We'll be back with more in 30 seconds on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Milbank Ford isn't just a dealership. It's part of your journey. Whether you're cruising toward adventure or hauling hometown pride, they've got the ride to get you there. Stop in and explore their lineup of tough F-Series trucks, fuel-efficient SUVs, and family-ready crossovers, all backed by local service you can count on. The road starts in Milbank, but it could take you anywhere. Come and find your Ford today at Milbank Ford, where small-town trust meets big-time value.
And welcome back to Groton. I'm Chad. He's Doug back at the studios. Glad to be along with you on your Saturday night as Carson Zach gets the ball on the inbounds now to Keegan Tracy. Tracy now to Zach. Zach left wing, way just about on the out of bounds line. Now gets it into Tracy. They work the weave. Keegan Tracy with it now. They work it around to Weber. Then the left elbow. There's Weber with the three ball. That's too strong. Rebound to Schooler. 37-17 or 37-20. Milbank is trailing. Howard now to Rick. Sam Rick is going to travel with the basketball. Turnover number 14 now on Milbank. And Keegan Tracy gets the ball into Carson Zach with 3:27 left here in the third quarter. Carson Zach goes off to his left. Gets it in the paint. Nice pass that time by Weber. Trying to get it to Ryder Johnson, but it was knocked out of bounds by Milbank in the process. So Zach now looking into Tracy. There's a three ball on the way. That rattles in for Easton Weber. 40-20 now. The lead is doubled on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard for the Tigers. And Bauscher now with it, top of the key, left wing to Jack Howard. Howard to Schooler on the baseline. Schooler picks up his dribble, and then he's going to be fouled by Keegan Tracy. Keegan should be his second personal foul. That's his third, I beg your pardon. Jaden Schwann will come in for the aforementioned Keegan Tracy. They get the ball into the Bulldogs to Schooler. 2:48 left here in the third. Schooler now to Rick, to Howard on the left wing. Jack Howard puts the ball on the floor, gets it out to Bray Bauscher. To Schooler on the left wing. Schooler with it now, galloping through the lane. Spin move, Jeter puts it up. No, but Jeter Schooler is going to be fouled as he slides on his backside. Gage Sipple's first personal foul for the Tigers. That'll send Jeter to the line. He's there for the first time tonight. Jeter Schooler with 3 points. Free throw by the lefty. That splashes right through the net. Doesn't even touch the rim on its way through the nylon. Bray Bauscher goes out. Ryan Keaton comes in. Jeter Schooler, second free throw, same result. That's in as well. Jeter with 5 points now. It's 40-22. 2:23 left here in the third quarter. Tracy with the basketball now. Or not Tracy, excuse me. That's Zach to Schwann. Cross court to Zach. They get the baseline now to Johnson. Ryder Johnson is going to commit the offensive foul. Nice defensive position by Leighton Osowski that time. To draw the foul on Ryder Johnson. That's his first personal foul. So Jack Howard will throw the ball in now for Milbank. Gets it into Sam Rick. Rick with the basketball now for Milbank. Sam Rick to Ryan Keaton to Jack Howard. Howard now to Ryan Keaton on the right wing. Keaton puts the ball on the floor to Schooler, to Sam Rick. Rick to Howard on the right wing. Jack Howard spin move all the way. Too strong off the backboard though. Rebound Sipple. Up ahead now they go to Zach. They work the perimeter now. It's Johnson. Ryder Johnson. Nice move on the baseline. Puts it off the window for the basket. 42-22. Groton area back in front by 20. With 1:20 left here in the third. Jack Howard now to Osowski on the baseline. Osowski to Schooler. Schooler with the ball now to Rick on the left wing. Sam Rick, kind of a scoop move, and then that's going to be a goaltending, I believe, on Gage Sipple. The basket is good by Sam Rick, and there's going to be a timeout on the floor, and we'll take one as well. 1:03 left in the third, 42-22. We'll be back with more basketball coming up in 30 seconds on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Dreaming of a getaway? Escape to Schmidt's Landing on beautiful Big Stone Lake. Whether you're casting for walleyes, perch your bass, or just enjoying the stunning views, Schmidt's Landing has something for everyone. Relax in comfortable lakeside suites, or set up your camper or tent for a long weekend. How about spending this summer at your seasonal RV spot? There are also boat and pontoon rentals, plus a fully stocked C-store with bait and license. Discover a family adventure or a peaceful retreat at Schmidt's Landing. Visit schmidtslanding.com and like them on Facebook.
And welcome back to Groton High School here, home of the Tigers. And it's been all Tigers here in the boys game so far, 42-24. The Lady Tigers beat our Lady Bulldogs 54-45 earlier tonight. Groton area with that win goes to 8-4. Milbank drops to 8-2. Bell Pauley leads Milbank with 17. Anna Negebauer next in line with 10. Jaden Penning with 15 to lead Groton area in their victory over Milbank's girls here earlier tonight. And the Tigers get the ball in now as Kroll has it. Kroll to Zach. Up ahead to Schwann. Baseline it goes. 51 seconds left here in the third. Kroll to Zach on the left wing. Back to Kroll. Cross court it goes to Zach. Zach spin move. Nice pass underneath to Bosma. Nice finish. Becker Bosma. He's got 8 now. It's 44-24. And Schooler with it now for Milbank to Keaton with 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Ryan Keaton now to Sam Rick on the right wing. Top of the key to Holscher. Holscher spin move over to Rick on the right wing. Sam Rick to Keaton for 3. Ryan Keaton knocks it down. And that is going to end 3 quarters. Your score after 3, Groton area 44 and Milbank 27. We'll be back with quarter number 4 in 1 minute on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Are you in need of collision repair? Look no further than Al's Body Shop. Their team of expert technicians has years of experience and are dedicated to getting your car or truck back on the road in no time. From minor dings to major body damage, they've got you covered. And with their state-of-the-art equipment, they can handle any make or model. Plus, they work with all insurance companies to make the process as easy as possible. Don't let an accident slow you down. Go see Al's Body Shop today. Al's Body Shop, Milbank. Quality collision repair you can trust.
Here's where the good ideas come from. Street Graphics, Main Street, Milbank. Working with local schools to provide ideas and solutions for fundraising. They can customize a design just for you. T-shirts, trophies, banners, buttons, contract printing. They do it all. They work in quantities from 1 to 5,000. Printing and promotions, they print on anything but paper. See them at streetgraphics.com. That's graphics with an EX. Main Street, Milbank, South Dakota. Streetgraphics.com.
And welcome back into Groton. 4th and final quarter here. The boys' game is upon us now. Milbank will get the ball to start quarter number 4. Trailing 44-27 on the Lewis Family Drug Scoreboard. Again, we want to thank all of our sponsors, both on the radio side of things, of course, as well as the streaming side. Lincoln Holscher now going to throw the ball in to Jeter Schooler. Schooler gets it across the time stripe now. Jeter Schooler puts the ball on the floor, picks it up to Holscher, right wing to Ryan Keaton. Keaton now to Rick. Sam Rick catches at the top of the key. Dribbles off to his right to Schooler, to Holscher on the left wing. Holscher back to Keaton. Keaton now to Schooler. Schooler to Rick. Rick, 7 on the shot clock. Sam Rick fires up a 3, and that is good for Sam Rick. 44-30 now. Milbank within 14. And Ryder Johnson now up ahead, and that's going to be intended for Ethan Kroll that time, out of bounds. So 7:13 left in the game. Milbank down by 14 as Keegan Tracy gets it into Sipple, who hands it off to Johnson. Ryder Johnson now leaves it off for Keegan Tracy. Tracy now in the paint to Ryder Johnson. Turns from 10, no good. Rebound Osowski. And he's going to get it to Schooler now, who'll get it to Rick. Back to Jeter. Jeter Schooler now is crossing the time stripe for Milbank. Schooler to Rick. Sam Rick now to Ryan Keaton. Back to Sam Rick, top of the key. To Osowski on the right wing. Osowski to Keaton. He'll fire for 3. That's short. Rebound Osowski, and he's going to try to get it off Sipple out of bounds, but it's going to be caught by Sipple. And getting it now to Ryder Johnson with 6:26 left in the game. Get it to Bosma, to Kroll on the baseline. Kroll, it's going to get kicked out of bounds by Ryan Keaton. In for Groton area, Carson Zach. And he will replace Ethan Kroll. As Carson Zach now comes back in, and he's going to throw the ball in from out of bounds. Gets it into Sipple on the baseline, to Johnson on the left wing, to Zach on the left wing. Ryder Johnson will pull the trigger for three. Does not get it. Schooler up ahead to Lincoln Holscher. Lincoln will shoot from three. That's no good. Rebound to Tracy. Couple of three balls put up, one by either team. Neither could get it to go. Ryder Johnson underneath the rim. He puts it up and in, and it drops. And Ryder Johnson's going to try for the old-fashioned three-point play. Ryder Johnson with 9 points now for the Tigers. Osowski's first personal foul for Milbank. Ryder Johnson now for the and one opportunity. Free throw is good for Ryder Johnson. 47-30 now. The Tigers in front. Lincoln Holscher now glides to the basket, puts it up, no. Puts back his own miss, no. Osowski puts it back, no good. And Leighton Osowski is fouled. So Leighton will go to the free throw line for the two shots. Gage Sipple's second personal foul, 5:40 left in the game. Osowski's free throw is good. 47-31 now. Jack Howard coming in for Milbank. And Osowski rattles that one in as well. 47-32 now with 5:38. The Tigers with the ball in the lead. Carson Zach to Tracy. Tracy now in the paint to Johnson. Nice pass to Sipple. And Sipple puts an exclamation point on that one as he throws it down. 49-32. Milbank is trailing on the dunk by Sipple. He worked baseline now to Keaton, top of the key Schooler. Right wing to Rick. Rick is going to get his pocket pick, but he's also going to get fouled by his number one counterpart, I believe, except it's not. That's going to be Ryder Johnson, his second personal foul. So Schooler will throw the ball in now for Milbank with 5:01 left here in the game. 49-32, Milbank is down. Get it into Rick on the baseline. Sam Rick moves to Jack Howard at the top of the key. Sam Rick left wing. Ryan Keaton will let it fly for three. That's strong. Rebound Osowski. Leighton Osowski puts it back, and that drops in for Leighton. Nice effort that time. Leighton Osowski puts it back for two. Ryder Johnson now gets trapped underneath the basket. Taken away, Jeter Schooler. Up ahead to Sam Rick. Sam puts it up too strong. Howard saves it into Osowski. And then they throw it away. (49-34). Milbank down by 15 with 4:27 left. And Ryder Johnson with it now for Groton area. To Zach. Zach now off the left wing it goes to Tracy. Back to Zach on the right wing. To Bosma. He'll put it up from about 15 feet away and drain it. Becker Bosma now with 10. 51-34. The Tigers are leading. Howard now to Schooler on the baseline. Schooler is going to dribble around at the top of the key, get it off to Sam Rick on the left wing. 3:38 left in the game. Jack Howard now puts the ball on the floor to Jeter Schooler. Jeter, a jump shot from 15 feet. That hits the back of the backboard. Rebound taken out of there by Johnson to Bosma. Up ahead to Tracy, back to Bosma. He wanted to throw it down, but he just kind of gently puts it into the basket. So Bosma now with 6 in each half. He's got 12, 53-34. The Tigers are in control here against the Bulldogs. 3:05 left in the game. Jack Howard on the right wing to Jeter Schooler, back to Howard. And there's going to be Ryder Johnson jumping that pass. Ryder wants the slam, but he's going to just lay it in as well. So Ryder Johnson with the steal. And it's 55-34 now. The lead has stretched to 21 on the Lewis Family Drug scoreboard. 2:40 left in the game. Jack Howard, and then there's going to be a whistle away from the ball. And Osowski hit the floor, so I think he's going to draw the foul on Keegan Tracy. That's his fourth. Holscher and Harley Zemlicka in, and Leighton Osowski. Jeter Schooler out. Becker Bosma comes out for the Tigers. I didn't see who came in for him. Catching way out at center court is Rick. Rick throws up the shot, and he's going to be fouled. Rick wanted in the shooting motion, but I don't think he's going to get that.
Foul on Weber, his second, 14 foul.
That is on Weber. That's his second foul. Jack Howard looking into Keaton on the left wing. Ryan catches, top of the key to Holscher. Going to get his pocket picked. Taken away by the Tigers. And here is Tracy now all the way to the rim. He puts it up, and that's going to be good, but then Sipple kind of just tips it in, and so the basket will not count.
Number 10, Aiden Kelly, and number 15.
Aiden Kelly, Liam Street in for Milbank. As Milbank will lose their fourth game of the season here tonight. In for Groton area is Anthony Tracy. And here comes Ryan Keaton now with the basketball for Milbank. Ryan puts it on the floor, spin move, nothing there, gets it to Holscher. Lincoln jumper from 15 feet away, does not go. Rebound with 1:57 left to the Tigers, 55-34 Groton area. And Tracy with it now to Sipple, cross court. They work it to Ryder Johnson. There's a baseline three, put up, no good. Rebound to Street. To Ryan Keaton, and then there's going to be a timeout called by Milbank, or just kind of a line change, I guess. So we're just going to keep it right here. Mac Copeland in now for Milbank. Max Schooler in for Milbank as well. Get the ball in now to Copeland. Mac top of the key, left wing to Kelly, to Harley Zemlicka. Schooler baseline three, Max, that's no good. Rebound to Kelly, to Street. 1:22 left in the game, 55-34 Groton area. And here's Copeland now with it for Milbank. Copeland to Zemlicka. Three on the shot clock. They get it into Max Schooler. Turnaround from 10. That does not go. Rebound to Weber. Easton Weber running front court. And then they want to get number 32 in, J.J. Muller. And Jackson Weesey in for Mac Copeland. So, 1:01 left in the game. And the Tigers are going to get it now to Asher Johnson. Jace Johnson underneath the rim, and that's going to drop in for Jace Johnson. 57-34, 42 seconds left here in the game. Harley Zemlicka now for Milbank, puts it on the floor, jumps from 10 feet away and puts it up and in. 57-36, 28 seconds left. Here in this contest. And Groton area conceivably will just dribble this thing out now because the shot clock is off. And they will with 5, 3, 2, and 1. It is a final. Groton area 57, Milbank 36. We'll be back to wrap this thing up in 2 minutes on KMSD and BigStoneRadio.com.
Bean Pharmacy is your hometown family-owned independent pharmacy conveniently located within the Milbank Area Healthcare Campus. Bean Pharmacy is a full-service pharmacy specializing in fast, accurate, and friendly service. They also offer a full line of over-the-counter products such as vitamins, first aid, and diabetic supplies. Need your prescriptions mailed or delivered? Bean Pharmacy can do that too, and it's free. Don't forget about their convenient drive-thru for quality healthcare for the entire family. See Bean Pharmacy located in the Milbank Area Healthcare Campus.
Hello, this is Emily with 203 Realty in Milbank. As we anticipate the arrival of spring, it is important to prepare for the bustling real estate market that accompanies this vibrant season. If you're considering buying or selling a home, now is the ideal time to reach out to us at 203 Realty. By doing so, you'll ensure you're ready to seize the opportunities as soon as the spring market begins. Avoid the last-minute scramble and stay ahead of the curve with the support of our expert agent team. 203 Realty, where your address is more than just a number.
Border Lake Insurance in Milbank and Ortonville is your locally owned independent insurance agency. As an independent insurance agency, Terry Holquist and staff at Border Lake Insurance have access to multiple companies that offer home, farm, auto, commercial, life, and health products. Border Lake Insurance has 2 convenient locations. Stop by or call their Main Street office in Milbank at 605-432-5884 or in Ortonville, call 320-839-6145. Located in Grand Marais State Bank, formerly the Sen Bank Building. Border Lake Insurance. Insurance agents you can count on.
Ready for fiber-fast internet and friendly service? Experience unbeatable speed and local support with ITC, your community-connected cooperative. When you call ITC, you're talking to a real person, a neighbor, not a robot. We take pride in offering same-day or next-day support when you need it. And our support doesn't stop there. With investment initiatives like ITC Impact, we're giving back to the communities that make us great. Faster internet and friendlier service are in reach with ITC. Get started today.
And the final score, Groton area and the boys win 57-36. Milbank with the loss drops to 7-4. Groton area goes to 9-3 by quarters. Groton area led 21-8 after 1, 33-17 at half, 44-27 after 3, 57-36. Your final score for Milbank. Sam Rick leads the way with 13. Next in line, Jeter Schooler with 5, Jack Howard with 4, Leighton Osowski with 4, Ryan Keaton with 3, Lincoln Holster with 3, Emmett Snaza with 2, and Harley Zemlicka with 2 for Milbank here tonight. They're 4 of 6 from the line. Groton area led by Ryder Johnson and Becker Bosma with 12 apiece. Again, Ryder Johnson and Becker Bosma 12 apiece. Gage Sipple with 10. Keegan Tracy with 5. Carson Zach with 7. Easton Weber with 3. Jaden Schwann with 6. Jace Johnson with 2. For their total of 57. Groton area perfect 9 for 9 from the free throw line. Again, for the girls, the turnovers, I should say, Milbank 17, Groton area 5. Girls game tonight goes to Groton area 54-45. Groton area goes to 8-4. Milbank drops to 8-2. Bell Pauley had 17 to lead Milbank. Anna Negebauer with 10. Groton area led by Jaden Penning with 15 points. That is going to do it for me. Thanks to all the sponsors. Thanks to Doug back at the studios of KMSD. And that is going to do it here from Groton on a Saturday night. For KMSD Radio Sports, I'm Chad Knowles. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you again next time. We'll send it back to the studios now of KMSD Radio.